1.
The guy,
Check.
Guy was literally 70 years old. They were holding hands. It was insane.
As Angus Young once said in AC/DC, folks, money talks. Money can buy you fast things, nice houses, a vessel, and politely putting it, pussy. Monday night live from TD Bank Garden. On that note, folks, there is a little trim in the building on this President's Day Classic. USA, the home team here, facing off against the Triple Crown yellow jerseys in the Swedes. This game means nothing, folks, but we're going to bring you nonstop action from Hockey Night in Scottsdale. Again, no Matthews tonight, no McAvoy, and no Matthew Tkachuk. But we're going to run it live. Jake Sanderson checks into the game, making his Four Nations debut. Chris Kreider back in action as well. Bob Gucci, Jay Swish, coverage you can't get anywhere else, live from the couch. And busy, that's a goal.
Oh my God. This tournament is over. Chris Kreider you know what? At this point, scratch Matthews for the championship at this point. Put Kreider in. I mean, this guy, he has 9 goals and 0 assists this year. He's catching everyone off guard.
Yeah, early candidate for the Cy Young. And my God, what a start. But this play all starts with a guy that might win the Norris Trophy this year in Zach Werenski. Watch this play by Eichel, avoids a check, and Werenski right into the play here. But watch this, Bob, here. Takes Gustav Forsing wide, and bam, right off the pad, a nifty little maneuver. And Kreider, so good, right in front of the 4x6, puts that in. Makes no mistake. What a fucking start for the U.S. team. Oh, my God. Just why are we even playing this game? Run the clock out. Who cares?
I was thinking to myself, like, they should have thought ahead of time if this happened and have Sweden play like Boston College or something, or have a free night,
Yes.
Enjoy your break. You guys are out. You can't win a bronze medal in this. Just go out on the town in Boston. The chicks are pretty decent. The people are, it's a good city to go out in. I hate the fact that they got to play this game. I really freaking do. Shout out to the chat. I see it buzzing down there.
Yeah, get the chat buzzing there. JT Miller just sent Jesper Bratt into the third row there. And just the Americans so strong, so composed, and just right off the bat. I mean, honestly, the night game should have been Finland, Canada, and they should have played this one. They should have switched it up. I get there's ticket sales already. I get that Gary has to sell the game and make his money so he can pay himself $15 million a year. But hindsight is always 20/20. You think this could have been the first game of the day, the Canadians and Finland playing later. But it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't, and we're going to get a rematch on Thursday. But right now, we have Sweden. We have USA. If you're Sweden, man, like, first of all, you're thinking,
this sucked.
Let's just not get hurt here, boys. And also, where are we going after this? Because I think bar time in Boston's only 2, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks, too. You might have to go to New York City tonight.
I would if they don't have to report back. But it sucks for Sweden, too. It sucks for Sweden's jerseys, by the way. I love how they have 3 crowns next to their name. It's so nasty. But, yeah, it sucks for them, too, man. It's like it sucks for everyone. It's like, yeah, you're getting paid, but it's only $100K after tax. You're taking home $20,000, and it's just fucking – it's just a meaningless game. And I have friends at this game right now, and they're kind of like – it's cool that we get to see this, but we did pay a lot of money to see a completely meaningless game. So.
Yeah, it's not even like it's a bronze medal game. It's like basically a preliminary game that doesn't mean anything at a World Championships or an Olympic-like event. But anyways, we're going to bring you coverage. And one thing, just speaking about Boston bar times, and we talked about it earlier today with Messier just kind of stopping by the table on Saturday night, but he said, like, that's what makes New York City so much better than any other city in the world is, like, you can leave the bar at 4 a.m. and have like a white cloth dinner at 4 or 5 a.m. That's why a place like NYC is just so special. We talked about it earlier too. You just got back from Miami. Miami is the same thing. Those cities that never sleep, that's the best, man.
So it's like you have those rare days, or not weeks anymore, but you have those rare days where you have the green light and you just want to act like a full-blown idiot. And nothing is more full-blown idiot than having a steak dinner at 11:30 at night and then just getting hammered, and you still have 3 or 4 hours after that to be a bigger idiot at the bar. So, yeah, it does suck that it shuts down at 2 a.m. I was actually with Wes, and Wes was saying that if he ever ran for a political situation, which he never would, the first thing he would do is be like, last call, 5 a.m. nationwide.
Yeah, and that's a good thing about Chicago, too. It's 5 a.m. there as well, as we get a nice stretch past Jack Hughes that was not able to connect with it. But it just in its own right, Bob, like if you get done with a game and say it ends like tonight, they're playing at 8 o'clock. They're not going to get out of the arena until 11:30. You need to be able to floor it until 4 or 5 in the morning. Those are those cases where it happens all the time. Like sometimes you land in the city and it's midnight and you're all juiced up and maybe you're coming from the West Coast to the East Coast where you're 3 hours ahead. It's like, well, really, midnight's usually my 9 o'clock. I need to be able to step on it for at least 5 hours.
Yeah. How about when guys have to work out after the game too? It's like
it's the worst.
Power through their workout just so they can get to dinner or some shit like that.
Yeah,
it must suck to make millions. It must suck to make millions of dollars to play hockey, but you can't even go out. Like, what's the point?
Right, and then you got a guy like if you're playing on Colorado, McKinnon, he's like judging you if you're not doing your zone 2 cardio work. It's like, dude, I had 3 goals tonight. We don't play for 4 days. Like, I don't need to be on the bike for 17 minutes in zone 2. But folks, speaking of zone 2, Sweden not able to even get it into zone 2, which is a neutral zone, and they're a little bit flustered here early as USA, the Americans, playing a very, very high-paced transition game early. USA Hockey, seeing them boots on the ground in Montreal. We've never seen USA Hockey at this level ever. They're big, they're strong, they're fast, they're young. It's really crazy to see this crop of 97s, 98s, 99s, all the way to the 2001s like Jack Hughes. I mean, this group of Americans, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think USA Hockey's been on the map for a pretty good minute here, but to be this good, when Canada played last game and they came out with that pace and they scored that first one, Mick Tickle scored, I literally in my head I go, uh-oh, like this is Canada's game. The way they fought back, it's like, actually, you know what? USA Hockey is pretty fucking good, dude. They're really good.
Yeah, I mean, and just like this group of, the McAvoys, Matthews, obviously they're missing Quinn Hughes even on this team. It's just nuts. Hannafin, like that 97 kind of age group, 96s, even with Eichel, Kyle Connor, that core group of guys in that mid-20s, almost into their early 30s. If even you go down to Trocheck, JT Miller, the 93s, my age. It's just crazy to see that how much better USA Hockey is right now compared to the last time they played in the Olympics, which was 2014, I believe it is.
Was that the TJ Sochi year?
Yeah, it was TJ Sochi.
I can't believe I'm doing my laundry right now. I know that's not going to pick up on the mic, but it is annoying. Folks, if you're following along with us during this Altcast, we're 15-11. The puck is about to drop. Where are you from? Are you watching the game with us? Did you watch our podcast this afternoon? We are just absolutely balling out of control when it comes to content today.
Yeah, we do the day-night doubleheader. We're bringing it to you nonstop action from Hockey Night in Scottsdale for the people, by the people, because we are fucking Ferta. This is all we have to do is try to, maybe get one sponsor. Speaking of a goddamn sponsor,
Ooh.
Brady Tkachuk barrels in, and he looks like he's shaking up on the play as he army crawls to grab his stick, and he is sponsored by True Hockey, and that was a True Hockey moment as he lowered his shoulder and gave the post a boom. We'll see how he responds, but it looks like he was a little bit shaken up there, Bob. I don't know if it was an oblique injury or if he's going to be okay here, but watch this how he gets up, like loses an edge, barrels into the post. Yeah, it's like a hip oblique area right there, man. He was a little shaken up, fella. Like that guy wouldn't crawl to get his stick if he didn't have to there.
That's the type of play you just kind of cringe at right now because the game Thursday night, you want everyone to be healthy. It doesn't matter what team you want to win. You don't want guys to be hurt. You want to go best on best, chin on chin, as you would say. Hopefully he's all right.
God, Werenski is playing so good, man. If this guy keeps at this pace, he's almost got 60 fucking points in the National Hockey League season. He might be the Norris Trophy winner, and he has looked really good. But, yeah, you mentioned it. Austin Matthews not playing tonight, folks. AM34, I believe he's out with an illness. They're going to save him, rest him. Fella, smoke a couple darts, get a Z-Pack in you, Pepto-Bismol, clog it up both ways, and we'll see you on Thursday night. What the fuck do you do if you're Team Canada and USA tonight and you don't play till Thursday? So you got Tuesday, Wednesday practice. You got to give them tomorrow off, I would say, just after coming from Montreal, battling the elements. Maybe give them tomorrow off, and then you go Wednesday practice, Thursday morning skate, optional, and then the match, I would think, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
you
I
can't
think
practice
so.
both days.
No way.
I mean,
It's too
Sid
much.
McKinnon are going to be out there, but you can't have like full team practices.
Yeah, no, I doubt it. Guys, if you're new here, we have a lot of new people flooding in and shit over the past couple of weeks. Commercial break for these all casts. We go to the chat. So get that fucking thing fired up. Questions, comments, concerns, statements. Are you mad at your chick? Anything under the sun, we answer it. But yeah, I don't think you run these guys into the ground. I mean, the game in Canada was already enough. These guys are probably still hurting from that too. I mean,
yep, 100%. Folks, you're following along. Bobby Gucci just said, but we are at 1340 right now. Again, if you have anything relationship related, what are you doing on this Monday, President's Day? I'm curious to know. Let me know who your favorite president is. I was did a little bit of a Instagram post earlier, and I was thinking of all the presidents. Honest Abe, George W. There's been a lot of them out there. So let me know who you like, Barack and Mike Obama, whoever it is. Let us know. But anyways, back to the game here.
wasn't Abe Lincoln the guy that said no to slavery?
Honest Abe. Yep.
Was he a little bit black or no?
Abe was not black. No, he was
like
just
he was
he was very tan, and he was the pride of Springfield, Illinois. And yeah, he was in a northern free state, and Abe was a good dude, you know.
He had to be a good dude to be like, fuck slavery, because then you have all those white guys in Alabama that are just like, what? Why would you say that?
Hey, what are you talking about, Abe?
Like, he must have been just
Like, how do you think they got the word back in the day of any news? Was it just a paper that would put it out? And
on horseback, yeah.
Then you show up with your beers and a paper and like a new chick every week. It's kind of like just.
I think it's horseback and like just word of mouth. Like, I don't know, man.
Like shit would just spread kind of like wildfire. Like you know.
Yeah. Someone said, hey, George, do the hoodies run true to size? I'm right in between a medium and a large, depending on how much ice cream I've mucked when blacked out at 2 a.m. Imagine eating ice cream blacked out. That's a crazy power move. That'll make you shit your sheets. I would go with a large to be safe. They are true to size, though.
Yeah, I would say always club up.
I wear a large, and I'm 5'2", 520 pounds. I've been slowly, I don't know if this is Ferda or not, but I've been slowly spreading a rumor that I'm 5'2" on the internet.
Short king.
Yeah, I've been calling myself short on the Rob Gucci show. People keep asking me, how tall are you? And I just keep saying 5'2", and it's working. People are like, DMing me, you short fuck. I don't know. I just think it's funny.
That is cool, because then you'd probably have a better chance in Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 5'2", I'm 5'11", but
you're 5'3".
It's funny. Yeah, I'm actually 5'3", but it's funny talking shit about it. Anyway, who cares? All right, we're commercial break. Fellas, who makes the USA team next year that isn't here on this team? I mean, we've beaten this drum for weeks now. It's just going to be the big three that's not here. Caulfield, Keller, Tage Thompson.
Yeah, and unfortunately, one of these guys is going to fall off on this team this year, or they're going to be hurt, and they're going to need at least one of those guys, or maybe all three. You never know. That's the beauty of a hot season. There's injuries, different things happen. Guys retire. It is what it is. So I would say guys that maybe addition by subtraction that wouldn't be on the team next year, I would say Kreider and Brock Nelson, maybe some older guys. And then you implement a guy like Tage Thompson, maybe Caulfield, and maybe Keller as well.
We have a guy chiming in on the chat, and this is what's the beauty of the chat. Sometimes it's hockey questions about the Olympics next year, and sometimes it's a guy that says, I took down my roommate's girlfriend. Listen, congrats on the pussy, but I don't know how I feel about that, man. If you actually did that.
So are you buddies with them, or is there any animosity there? Like,
that's like not Ferda, dude.
Yeah, like how did you orchestrate that? Like, I mean, I hope you're not actually buddies with them.
Yeah, that would suck.
And then I think you guys should all sit down and be like, listen, Randy, I fucked your girl, and talk it out over a nice seafood dinner.
I'm not a fan of like even. Why are you like if you're buddy as a chick? To me, I look at her like a sister. I'm just like it's just I
would even say, what is a chick doing? Like she's got to have some weird fetish.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because a dude has a wrench, he's gonna get horny. Now listen, I view her the same way as you're saying.
Oh, this guy said he's not buddies. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so but if you are buddies with him, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's just
fucking. There's so many. This is a hockey show, but there's so many women out there that if your friend is tied down to a chick, like, dude, like, you don't need to fuck her. You don't need to hit on her. Like, there's other babes out there. That's just like the coward's way out. That's just basically saying, I don't know how to get my own pussy.
There's a lot of guys that like to do that, though, as we're going to get a penalty here.
Look at that absolute smoke show with the glove on. That's what I like.
Yeah.
That Italian looking chick.
And look at that fur behind her. And yeah, is that a Franklin she's rocking? I don't know what she's got on, but that's a nice little mitt. And we're not talking in between her legs. This is Elias Lindholm playing in his home barn here. And we're getting to look at Tkachuk. So we thought it was some sort of hip injury, lower back. He's shaken up, and we're going to see on this power play if he's going to be sent out on the second unit. Eichel, Werenski, Gensel, Jack Hughes, and Kreider playing net front on this number 1 unit for the Americans. Elias Lindholm sent it over the boards and actually got a 2-minute for, well, delay of game. It was a crazy play because he flipped it all the way across the ice, and it somehow found its way over the end wall, over the boards, right in along the penalty box. So
I want to see if you can notice guys that are like kind of pulling the parachute and playing a little bit timid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like right here with Hughes. Hughes usually plays like that. Like, not, I'm not calling Hughes a pussy. I'm saying he's like elusive and stuff. But I want to see if we can notice guys kind of taking it easy.
Right, because you don't.
It's bad though. You might get hurt.
No, you see, the thing is you can't play scared because then you get hurt.
Yep.
So you have to play a little bit assertive. Maybe it's just the fact that you're not finishing all your hits, I would say, is probably the biggest thing. Or maybe you're not blocking that shot that you know is probably not going to go in. Like, I don't want to eat one right on the laces or on my foot.
That's
because I don't want to break a fucking foot or ankle or whatever it is. Those are, I would say, like little just details of, hey, you know, maybe take this off. But at the same time, you get the USA sweater on. Sometimes that just your adrenaline kicks in and you just like, you can't even help yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just black out. You're like, fuck.
Like, there's no way JT Miller's taking it.
No.
He's probably going even harder than he's going to go in the Canadian game.
Yeah. Oh my God. Kyle Connor with his head down almost got tucked by Adrian Kempe and JT Miller, Matt Boldy.
Also, by the way, we're going to be streaming the gold medal game, even though there's no medals involved. Y'all better be joining, getting that chat buzzing. That's going to be a fun one on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night. That's ladies' night. Obviously going to be the Americans and the Canadians. Little rematch of Montreal the other night. So that'll be great. 8 seconds left here remaining on this power play for the Americans. Looks like it's going to be skating to 5-on-5. No real chances, no real shots as Kyle Connor tries to throw one in and along the goal line. And they're going to get called here for a cross check on
that's just
Matthias Ekholm. And Brady Tkachuk sounds like he's not even on the bench. So fuck me.
That really sucks, man. Also, by the way, I completely forgot about this narrative. JT Miller and Elias Peterson.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. I in a game like this, I think Miller's smart enough to know just I'm not going to start shit. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
There's like 5 random people that came up to me in Montreal like, Swish, hear about Petey? I go, no, what's up? He goes, he's gay.
Isn't that the rumor we
started? And then another guy would come up to me, hey, Swish, Elias Pettersson. Rumor has it in Vancouver. I live there. I'm like, what? He's gay? He goes, yeah, he is. I go, all right, like, can we stop with the gay rumors? Like, if the guy is gay or not, who cares?
Yeah, even if he was gay.
Like, I remember if he stuck to cock. I mean, who cares?
We weren't calling him gay, though. We were saying that him and JT Miller were dating, which, well, in theory, is calling him gay, but also it's making fun of JT Miller, too.
Yeah, and just the whole situation with and the media and everything. And it's true, too, per The Onion.
Do you guys like a girl with a bit of character? Maybe a bit of turf? I don't like a bush. What does turf mean?
Yeah, I think turf would be some grass down there. I personally don't like turf. It's 2025. Go get a Brazilian wax job, and let's clean that up.
Fellas, the new chin hat fits perfect, soft, primo material. Wear it everywhere. We say it every stream because we fucking mean it. Everything we put out is really good quality. And if you go out and you're looking for a girlfriend and you're a lonely guy, you're going to find her if you're wearing Hockey Night in Scottsdale merchandise. And that's just a fact, and I personally guarantee it.
Hockey Night in Scottsdale.shop for all your essentials, folks. 93.1.
Brady Tkachuk get hurt? Yeah, we're monitoring the situation right now. We're just watching Matt Stafford and his wife in a Sleep Number commercial, hooking up. They're doing hand stuff in this commercial, but it's a little weird, but yeah, I don't know. We're going to monitor the situation. And that just brings me back to exactly what I was talking about.
Yep.
Meaningless game. It's like, dude, hopefully nothing bad happens. Somebody said turf means a landing strip.
Yeah, I mean, We all have tarmac if you need it, right? You got to be able to land somewhere. But yeah, just on a gal, sure most chicks don't like a bush on a dude. Are there any chicks in the chat, by the way?
Chicks definitely do like bushes on dudes, though.
Really?
I've talked to them. Yeah, I've talked to chicks.
Why?
Remember that girl I was telling you about, and she was saying that her type of guy is like she likes like mountain men guy.
Yeah,
She loves a bush.
that's disgusting.
It's crazy because then if her mouth is on, all right, we're gonna get back here.
She likes to floss her teeth. All right. Anyways, this is a hockey show, by the way. We're getting a look at Sammy Hellman, 45-year-old Swedish head coach. 1-0 the Americans. We're going to monitor that Brady Tkachuk situation as he went hard into the post. No Diddy on that one. Wild Bill Nylander, Elias Lindholm, and Jesper Bratt. Swedish line out there. Up front, we're going to get a power play. Lucas Raymond and Eric Carlson. King Carlson. Going to run the point, the top of the key. 9:43 remaining here in the first period if you're following along with Hockey Night in Scottsdale. 5-on-4 situation for Team Sweden.
Doesn't Matthews kill penalties too? Like,
Yep.
I feel like when I was getting bitched at by my buddies because I was saying about the Caulfield Keller thing and Tage, but I was more leaning toward the other two. They were like, "Well, who's going to kill penalties? Who's going to kill penalties?" I'm like, they have guys that kill penalties.
Yeah, Matthews kills, and I mean that's why Brock Nelson's on this team, right? He's just like an intangible Swiss Army knife type of player. Can play center, wing, and he also can play on the power play if needed, but can penalty kill. So, yeah, I mean, listen, Caulfield, unbelievable. Keller, same thing. Tage Thompson, I just think Tage Thompson, anytime you can add that type of size to a team, 6'6", that guy would be on my team.
Yep, size does matter, unfortunately, for some parts of life. 8:47 remaining.
Find you a girl that says size doesn't matter, I'll find you a liar. Anyways, speaking of big, Victor Hedman. It's a big boy there on the Swedish blue line. 8:41 remaining, 45 seconds left. The Swedish power play. Jake Ottinger getting his first look here at the Swedish power play. Jesper Bratt trying to go through the garage door. Ottinger said no.
We're going to get to the questions. I see the questions. Sometimes the questions, now we have more people in the chat. When we had like 20 people doing this, it was easy to like keep track. If we miss it, just say it again. But we're going to get to the questions at the commercial break.
Crazy that Jake Ottinger is the second goalie and Swayman's the third goalie. Like Hellebuck the other night, too, in Montreal, I was like, this guy, when he's at the top of his game, he's the best goalie in the league. It's not even close.
Who, Hellebuck?
Oh, he's so good.
Somebody was saying that Hellebuck is the best hockey player. The best goalie ever for USA. That's pretty crazy to say, right? Or no?
We came in as rookies in the American Hockey League. He was playing for the Manitoba Moose. I was in the jungle with the Chicago Wolves. I saw this guy. He made this backdoor save on me as I was creeping down, and he made it like stretch, like post to post, and gave me no look. I just said, okay, man. Like, I looked at him and said, you're too good for this league.
So he's that good.
He's that good.
I honestly don't. I know he's good, but I don't watch Winnipeg that much. Like, to say he's the best American goalie of all time. Like, what about Mike Hedge Fund Richter?
Hedge Fund Richter, Ryan Miller obviously is in contention for that too.
Ryan Miller. You're just going to hit me like that? I had a lot of respect for Lucic. You're just going to hit me like that?
He's a lib.
Ryan Miller's a lib?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Why don't you house all the immigrants then? Anyway, 8:14 remaining in the first period. This Hockey Night in Scottsdale broadcast is brought to you by absolutely fucking no one.
Absolutely no one, and nothing but a chin and a dream. And oh my God, Victor Hedman, how's your steel fella? As he just finds himself split open like a 2:45 on the yellow there as he took a digger, and Rasmus Dahlin sends that puck in. And Bill Nylander, who hasn't looked like himself all tournament, probably doesn't care a whole lot about what's going on out there as the Swedes have been eliminated, but he'll go for a skate with his white stick and try to make it rain in Boston.
I should kick the laptop over.
USA down to 10 forwards right now. Brady Tkachuk not on the bench. He's getting looked at in the room. And as I suspect, not that I know everything, not that I'm a doctor, I've just banged a couple of them, is I would say it's an oblique or a hip injury. It looked like an awkward fall into the post as he almost caught an edge and found himself all over the top of the paint of Philip Gustafsson. So Something we're going to have to look at here, folks, going into the second period. That'd be tough if he's out for the remainder of the game, but if that means he can play Thursday, well, take a Percocet and regroup. Victor Arvidsson, who hasn't been the same player in about 3 or 4 years, cycles the puck down to Gustav Forsling. And Joel Eriksson-Ek, who looks like a poor man's Lars Eller in that 20 jersey for Sweden, gets tangled up and batted down by Joseph one career bunk Slavin.
Dude, Lars Eller was so good in the faceoff dot, and I think it's because his helmet is so big.
So
like
big.
When he leans in, the opposing player can't even see the puck. Like he had a motorcycle helmet on.
Yes, he did. That thing was an absolute spaceship.
This tournament is over.
Gustav Nyquist, the 35-year-old out of Gothenburg, Sweden, or somewhere nearby, somehow squeaks one in on Jake Ottinger. Gustav Nyquist, like a cockroach. He can't kill the guy. Just gets 1-year deals, finds different places to play. He was in Nashville. Now he's in Columbus. Now he's in Nashville again. Like, oh, squeezes it cheeky. That's tough. Throw a muffin at the net from Carlson. Okay, it was
Good
tipped.
yeah. You know what a lot of people don't respect is that goalies that when the puck gets tipped, they don't understand how fast everything's moving because all these idiot fans, they blame goalies for a lot of shit.
Yep.
I mean, you could just Twitter search a goalie's name after a goal and everyone there's Brady
the
back
big
on
boy.
the bench here. That's big.
There's the big boy.
But even if that puck even gets deflected the slightest bit, it's hard to track it. It's less than a split second. So
yeah, and like that fucking thing was tipped and it was slowed down and it was also on the edge and it somehow just like squeaks through the wickets of your equipment. Like, what are you supposed to do? You have no idea where it is.
yeah.
Imagine playing goalie. It'd be so funny. I would hate goalie.
Oh, that would suck, dude. We have get ready to learn free healthcare Thursday. Rob Fat Pussy Lips Gucci. I'm assuming that this guy is a Canadian fan. And hey, it's not free healthcare if they take 60% of your paycheck. It's like chicks. You're paying for it one way or another.
Do you want to get this ACL surgery? Yes. Well, you're going to have to wait 3 years. That's the healthcare of Canada.
All right, we're at a commercial break here. We're going to head to the chat. Let's see what we're going on here. Jonathan Quick. That's another great American goalie.
Quickie.
That's good. Yep. Let's see. How
Tim
does
Thomas.
Bob Gucci afford rent? This is the second kid today that's asking me how I make money. I'm going to stop talking about it, but I had a real estate job for 10 years. I was with DraftKings as a partnership for 7 years. I sold merch for almost 9 years. I had a Manscaped partnership for 5 years. What else do you guys want to know? You want my social security number?
It's kind of funny having to plead the fifth to a stranger asking you, how do you make money? Hey, buddy, how do you make money?
I know. The only reason why I'm answering it is because it's the second time today. But all right, Hockey Night Scottsdale Nelk collab.
Yes.
We'll do it. Tweet at him.
We listen.
Jordan, you've asked this a million times, but we're welcoming new people into the chat. I get it. People are new here. What the hell is the worst city to visit on the road in the jungle?
Ooh, well, they've cleaned a lot of them out of there. Binghamton used to be horrible. I used to call that place The Hills Have Eyes. You don't see the sun from October 1 all the way to June 1st. So that place was fucking horrible. Upstate New York, like Utica, I don't think I'd play there for $4 million. I really would. And that's serious. I mean, because you're going to be paying probably $3 million in a rehabilitation center, probably to a therapist over 10 odd years. So realistically, you got to look long term. You're actually losing money if you're playing there because you're going to have to go through so many different therapy sessions. Utica is horrible. I would also say Wilkes-Barre, not perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Any of those cities in the Northeast that are just like small towns are awful.
Yeah.
So they've moved a lot of those out of there. Adirondack used to be god awful. Stockton, California was fucking dog shit, but there's some better cities now. I mean, the Western movement, my second year coming into the league, really cleaned up a lot. But yeah, there's still some stinkers out there, man. I mean, that league is just hard as hell. It's just tough.
What happened to the Twin Peaks sponsorship? We don't have a sponsorship with them. We're just trying to do a live show from inside of Twin Peaks. I'm on it right now. I'm just actually waiting for the Arizona corporate people to we requested a location and just waiting on that. So hopefully that goes through. There's no money involved. It's just we're like, hey, can we do the podcast from Twin Peaks? Maybe have a waitress walk around in the background, show off some titties for all the ladies and for all the dudes in the chat. Is there any chicks in the chat tonight? Let's see. We're trying to catch up.
Chicks in the chat. Chicks always in the chat. 93.1, Bob Gucci. Always doing it over here at Hockey Night Scottsdale. The day-night doubleheader, 5:35 remaining here. Spring training just started up, Bob, over here in Arizona. We should maybe go to a game, maybe do a batting practice as well.
Yeah, fuck. We got to get on that. Yeah. Well, the thing I like about our pod is we could just pack up this camera and go pretty much anywhere. That's why I want to hint we may be doing a podcast from South Florida in a little bit over a month. And it might not happen either, but I think people like it when we just show up in random places and not just a fucking couch every time.
You got to keep it interesting. Otherwise, the body goes on autopilot. Folks, always switch up your routine. Keep your chin guessing. Speaking of guessing, well, that was Joel Eriksson Ek forechecking Adam Fox as he made a nice elusive play, but ultimately sent a little bit of a burger up the wall. And USA just now clearing the zone as Matt Boldy gains the line, sends a flip pass on his backhand in and along to the goal line. Gustav Forsling and Erik Karlsson, the number one unit on defense for Sweden. This game is all tied up at 1, folks, thanks to Gustav Nyquist, who tipped that little bit of a sifter muffin in from Erik Karlsson in and along the wall right on the hash, and we're skating out 1-1. Good news is Brady Tkachuk is back. He has yet to take a shift out there, but he is back from the locker room. So USA back to 11 forwards, obviously playing one man down as Austin Matthews is taking the night off. 4:33 remaining here as Jack Hughes clears the puck through the neutral zone over to JT Miller. JT Miller finds a streaking Gensel, and Gensel sends that into Faber, but not able to connect. Jake Gensel, all he does is score. I was talking to a Team Canada coach about him, and they're like, why does Gensel always play with elite players? Crosby, he's playing with Kucherov now in Tampa Bay. I said, he's like your low-maintenance girlfriend that's hot. You don't have to do anything for her. You can go to the bar all night, and you know what? You're going to come back home, and she's going to be ready to whack. Ooh. She doesn't care where you've been. She always shows up, and she's ready to score. That is Jake Gensel in a nutshell. And look at this pass here by Gensel. Oh, my God. If Faber had his twig down.
If he had his glasses on.
If he did have his Harry Potter glasses on, he might have found that pill. What a pass there by Jake Gensel. Jake Gensel been the same player since his USHL days in Sioux City. You don't notice him, Bob, and then you check the score sheet afterwards, and he's got 2-1. And you say, he's not that good. Well, hey, he's been doing it at every level. He must be pretty good.
Yeah, it's always cool when guys are just like not really that hyped up, but they're nasty. If I was any good at hockey, that's the kind of guy I would be. As here's a 2-on-1 with a backchecker developing.
It's always funny, though. Like, there's those guys that are pretty good players, and they bitch about guys like Gensel, be like, he's not even that good. It's like, well, he's pretty good, man. He's got 2 Stanley Cups. He's almost got a half a goal per game in playoff games. Makes $9.5 million a year. He must be doing something right, and that's tax-free too.
So make it 9.5 when you're Gensel. I feel like nobody talks about that guy.
No, like Julian Breezeball literally traded away their captain, Mr. Tampa Bay, to acquire Jake Gensel, and it worked out pretty good, folks. 3:07 remaining here in the first frame as we get a look here at Adam Fox and Jesper Brett, 2 metrosexual division rivals, one in New Jersey, one in the Mecca at MSG. Oh, my God.
What is going on?
Sweden kind of buzzing right now. I mean, this game is just so hard to play in if you're USA, dude. Like, it's just like there's just no emotion. I mean, you're coming off the most emotional game you've ever played, and now you got to play Sweden in a throwaway game in Boston 2 days later. It's like, what does this game even really mean? Nothing. It really doesn't.
It really is. It's got to be hard to play in this game. Like, it's just like you're looking ahead to Thursday no matter what. I mean, nothing. It doesn't matter at all. There's no implications. And I get it. You're wearing the USA jersey because kids are already tweeting at me like, it does mean something. You're playing for your country. Yeah, but you want to stay healthy for Thursday because that's the real big boy game.
Yeah, but everyone's human. Like, as hard as you're playing is, you're looking ahead.
You want to win.
Yeah, like you want to win this game, of course. But at the same time, in the same breath, you're fucking human. You're like this one, it's just a totally different mindset, man. It really is. Like, it's when your back's not against the wall and you know that, your body reacts differently.
Yep. I completely agree.
It just does. And you can be the best player ever to do it. It just, your body just reacts differently.
It's like when you're going out, when you just broke up with a chick or she broke up with you, it's like your body is reacting to nightlife differently. Like you're going out and you're absolutely high stepping. I mean, it is truly your Super Bowl.
You feel different inside.
For sure. It's going to be the same bar that you've been going out to, but the circumstances are different.
Jack Hughes sends a seeing eye shot into the chest.
Thank you guys for the fucking compliments about the show and the chat. Good idea for a vlog, the batting cages. Yeah, we actually live streamed the batting cages on Twitch. That was like a long time ago when we were first starting out with this. We're definitely down to do it again. Joe Sanchez chiming in. This is the hockey show, but we'll talk about pussy sometimes. Do you like American birds, European, or Latinas? I like the latter too, but chicks are cool everywhere.
Russian.
There's a lot of chicks that are huge bitches, and there's a lot of chicks that aren't. And there's bad eggs in every type of babe. And same goes for dudes. There's a
lot of bad dudes out there.
There's a lot of bad dudes. We had one bad dude in this chat bang his buddy's girlfriend. So
yeah, if someone's gonna fuck your buddy's girlfriend, well, at least it was you, my friend. You're splitting rent, you're splitting checks, and wow. William Nylander with a little bit of a snow shower on Jake Ottinger as he's his tinted visor on the 88 car. How funny was it this weekend? I'm not going to say who it was from, but so apparently, like, Chief loves Willie, but Willie will like go in to Chief's office after every game, be like, Chief, like, I got to play more. Chief's like, I played you 22 minutes. He's like, yeah, listen, I got to play more.
I like that.
Like, that's hilarious, isn't it? It's like this guy just, I mean, Chief literally plays him on both power plays. I think him and Matthews are the only two guys. I mean, Gritty Marner is on one of the units, but he literally plays Nylander, especially when they're down in the game. He plays them so much. I guess Styles is just going in his office, like, after every game, he's like, Chief, listen, I got to play more. Oh, my God. What are these goals, dude?
I mean, that was an absolute change-up, just coming across the zone. Speaking of Willie, he finds him. I believe that was him.
What is going on with these goals?
It was just like an
chicks
in the chat. That girl was fucking hot.
I think that's Philip Forsberg's wife.
She is an absolute rocket ship. That's offside. Challenge it.
Look at Styles bringing the pill in. How did this happen? Oh my God!
I mean, USA is just not locked in. We're not as locked in as usual watching this. It's hard to do this right now. Has the chat been fired up tonight? Yeah, it's pretty fired up today. Earlier for our pod, it was fired up, dude.
I mean, that's a great shot. You got a guy in front of the net. A great play by Willie Styles to not only gain the entry, a little bit of a pull-up play, finds Brad streaking through, and he kind of just shoots a little bit of a zinger as he's able to corral it on his forehand and send it across the fucking net. That was a good shot. I mean, he found the corner. There was a screen there. What can you do if you're Ottinger? I would say the first one, a little cheeky. Maybe doesn't have to have it, but I'd like to see the save, even though it was tipped that one. I don't think you can do anything on it. So, yeah, I mean, the American is just not as crispy. It's just, like we said, folks, it's one of those games where it's hard to play in. It's actually probably the hardest game to play in is this kind of game because there's nothing at stake. You care, but at the same time, like we said, it's just there when the chips already in and you've punched your ticket.
Yeah.
What's the motivation? And Sweden's playing for all their pride. Their country's watching. They're drinking late at the bars over there. It's probably, what time is it? It's 8, 9. Yeah, it's probably like 5 a.m. there.
They should refund people for this game. I know that's impossible and shit, but like, come on, dude.
If Brady Tkachuk's not 100%, I would want him to sit the rest of this game.
Yeah, I agree.
What happens here? They just get lazy with their. Oh my pizza!
Who did that? Who is that?
Looks like Trocheck.
He kind of goes all the way.
Yeah, Trocheck, and then he screens the goalie a little bit, and with Eriksson Ek.
The tough shit.
That was an absolute pizza, hot and ready style. Trocheck actually played for Little Caesars growing up in the Detroit area after he left Pittsburgh. Folks, it is 2-1 right now coming up at intermission. Obviously, they're going to send it to TNT, but what do you want to do, Bob? You want to take a break or want to keep ripping? How many people we got in here?
It's over 116 people in here, or 112 now. What do you fellas think of Apache Junction?
Apache Ferda.
Spelled Junk Chin in Arizona. That's where my Gramps stays. Palmas del Sol. We have Chris B doxing his grandpa in the chat. It's an old folks place but for a guy from Michigan, that place plays. Yeah, man, there's a lot of communities out here like that, like Sun City. You actually can't live in Sun City unless you're above 55.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of retirement communities like that out here. I don't know about Apache Junction, besides that the lady that used to cut my hair at Great Clips was a meth addict, and she shared a house there with 8 other people. And that is actually a fact.
So it is a nice little community.
Yeah, it's a nice little area where people do meth and they hang out and they golf. There's a couple par 3 courses down there. But yeah, man, it's a good retirement home for old people. And
can you golf if you're on meth?
Yeah, I think you do anything on meth.
Really?
It's like crack. Yeah. Oh wait, meth? Yeah. No, I'm thinking of heroin. Heroin you can't do anything on.
Like
meth you can.
Like crack, like they say crack is like you'll never have a more accomplished day. Like you'll just be buzzing, like be cleaning shit, be all over the place doing laundry, changing. You've never changed a tire in your life. You're changing a tire at the grocery store. Like pretty sure crack is like the best performance enhancer ever.
No, crackheads are good. Crackheads are very they're not even, I'd say crackheads are more in the moment than like people that are smoking pot.
How do you know like what a crackhead looks like? Are they just buzzing too much or like?
Yeah, they're twitching. They're usually carrying like a pillow. Remember that chick we saw in Vegas?
Do you think she was on crack?
Yeah. Crackheads will have random objects on them. Like when I was in LA, there was a lady carrying a possum and it was dead. Like she was carrying it. Crackheads will have like an assortment of things. So they're always ready for everything.
They like pillows and shit like to hang on to.
Yeah, they'll just have random objects. Like they'll have fucking trying to like they'll have I don't even know what's over there. Like I don't even know. Crackheads are smart, dude. They're really smart.
I was listening to a podcast with Scott Storch and Rogan. I've listened to it probably like 2 or 3 times, and he was talking about how when DMX was trying to get off crack, he was staying with them, and Scotty was addicted to coke. So he's like, he got a coke head and a crackhead together, trying to help a crackhead out, even though he's doing lines like religiously. He said one night after a party, it was like 7 a.m. and Pam Anderson was the last one standing at the party, and Scotty was going to take her up to his room. So he wanted to go wake up X, but X was still up, just wide-eyed on crack. He's like, X, like, come down, like, check out who I got. He said he just like gets to the top of like the stairs and he sees Pam Anderson. He goes, Baywatch, shit, just walks back in his room.
X is going to give it to you. Yeah, DMX.
Shout out to DMX, dude.
Daddy, my parents kicked me out of their basement after I came back from your show. They said our show. Are you talking about? Yeah, you're talking about Hockey Night. They said I was too drunk and I pissed on my cat. Any advice to get back in? Similar to you, I am unemployed and have a real estate license. Just do whatever the fuck you want, man. I don't know. I used to have friends that
it's almost a blessing that you got kicked up because now your back's against the wall.
Yeah.
So now you got to make something happen.
Put your chin against the wall, dude.
Fuck fight or hold the light. But what was your cat's name? And did you try to milk your cat afterwards too? Like, I think one offense of just pissing on your cat. I mean, that's like R. Kelly pissing on a 14-year-old chick. It's not that bad. Like, you can come back from it.
Yeah, I mean, the cat shouldn't have been standing there. Rob, how's the digging going for the new arena? Thank God. I almost drunk texted that billionaire again, and I actually had self-restraint in Miami. I was like, we need to bring the Coyotes back. I was talking to somebody about bringing the team back here, and I keep asking this guy for a $400 million loan, and I typed it out, and in my head, I go, you know what? I'm going to stop bothering this guy. You
were going to ask for $400 million right there?
Yeah, and I already have before.
That's smart. Text. Yeah,
well, I know the guy, like, but I get drunk, and I text him, and I say, dude, I know you only do, like, I'm not going to say his businesses, but we need to bring the Coyotes back to Scottsdale. If you could just float me $400 to $500 million, I'm telling you, it's going to be a good return on investment. And he just says, not right now, not right now. And I almost bothered him again, but I didn't.
I think you keep planting it in his head.
Yep. Yeah, I do too. That's right.
Can you wire like ACH wire $400 million?
I don't know how to move money like that.
Like, how do you like, if you're gonna be like, yo, like, I'm going to give this guy $200 million.
Yeah.
Can you just like wire that?
I don't know. I actually don't. I have no idea. Chat.
How do you? I know you can wire millions, but can you wire hundreds of millions?
Probably. How else are you going to get money somewhere? Probably. Right.
Damn.
I think you have to. It probably goes through like different measures and security. And I read this book one time about that dude that the guy that funded Wolf of Wall Street. It was all dirty money from Saudi Arabia. he was moving money all over the world with like shell corporations, and it would be hundreds of millions at a time, like moving it from bank to bank. It was it's a crazy book.
You've seen Wolf of Wall Street, right? Like, you're not a movie guy, but you've seen it.
I've seen it like a billion times. Yeah.
That's how that one, when his dad's talking to all the boys, he's talking to Jordy, he's talking to Donnie Aisdolf, they're all like in the kitchen or wherever they are, and he's like, $20,000, Jordy, with the sides? Yeah, we got a lot of sides. And he's talking about like the hookers too.
TNA.
Yeah.
TNA. You said TNA. It's TNA.
So good.
Yeah, that's a legendary scene.
This is a hockey show.
Legendary movie. Checking in. Did you find out anything about the guy army crawling near your place? No, I never found out about it, but I do too. I think that guy was up to something. That guy was trying to look in somebody's balcony 100%. Very weird, and that's why I reported it. My first time reporting someone, it was fucking weird, dude. It was bizarre. Hockey question, actually, but it's not. You want to just go talk through this one, take a break? And
yeah, otherwise my voice is gonna go. But yeah,
we've done a lot of. Check out our podcast today if you haven't yet. I don't know how many views we're at. We might have 1,000. And then comment your favorite body wash or whatever body. Oh, I found it. It's would you say eucalyptus?
Mm-hmm.
It's hibiscus, and I'm forgetting it again. Whatever, fuck. What's your best advice to a guy looking to get a drink thrown on him? Oh, I thought this was actually going to be a hockey question.
Just
I don't know.
Just be a douchebag.
I got a drink thrown on me once, but it was because I unfollowed a girl on Instagram. She was like, "You unfollowed me?" And this is a girl I've never hooked up with. And I said, "Yeah." And then she took my drink out of my hand and threw it in my face, which I thought that was like 10 years ago.
In what case of the world can a chick just feel comfortable? Like, I saw that happen this weekend where a guy, not with us, but just like across the bar, was like talking to a girl, and she just like full on just like backhanded him. Like, you can't just do that. It didn't look like he said anything egregious. Didn't put his hands on her. You can't just like backhand somebody.
No, I think
that's retarded.
Girls that hit, it's like the same thing. It's not the same thing as a dude hitting a girl. Like, that's obviously really bad. But girls that hit dudes, they're still hitting dudes. Like, they're still acting in violence. I think it's like super weird. Like,
it's so weird. Like, what happened?
I get it. You played college softball and you don't know if you're a lesbian or not, but don't hit people unless you have to.
You can't just do that. That's not a normal act.
Some of them do.
No, but like, what happened in your life
to
lead you down that path? Like, clearly it was something early in your childhood.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's weird. When girls like slap guys, it's like an instant, like, unless you're a dude that likes getting slapped in the bedroom type of thing, but a girl slapping a guy at a bar, it's just like, I don't care how hot you are.
No, nobody's hot enough to do that.
Don't hit me like that. Yeah, I'm out too. I'm out about that. I know some guys would like that though.
Some guys are pussies. This is a hockey show.
It's a hockey show. Speaking of hockey show, we got a hockey question from Kent Flounder Dorfman, who's tuning in live from X.
KFD as opposed to KFC.
Is it gay to have gay thoughts, or is that just guys being dudes?
Is it gay to have gay thoughts? Well, now thoughts.
I would say that's kind of gay.
Thoughts are going to come out of the blue, and sometimes you can't control those thoughts. Now, I'm a guy sitting here, I'm never saying I've had gay thoughts, but some people have intrusive thoughts. It's whether you act on them or not, right? You can dream about sucking a cock, but until you actually do it, probably doesn't make you gay or wanting to do it. Maybe it's just something that's a little bit off in your head, and you have, well, a fuse. Maybe just blow.
Dreaming about sucking a wrench would be weird, dude. I've never done that. I would wake up and be like a little concerned.
Oh, I would sucker my pillow.
If you woke up and you had a dream that you were sucking on a dick, I would be like, what was that about? I would be a little concerned.
I would have to call someone in confidentiality and be like, dude, listen.
I think like the gayest dream I've ever had was I was riding a motorcycle with a dude, like on the back. Like we're on the same motorcycle.
Two dragons.
What does that mean?
Starsky and Hutch, just like a reference. Two dragons.
People get mad when you don't know the references, but yeah, two dragons.
Two dragons. Yeah, that's like straight out of Dumb and Dumber. That's not that gay. But yeah, dude, I would just, well, maybe just explore. I don't know. Fuck. Maybe you are gay.
Yeah, maybe this guy is gay.
There's nothing wrong with that, buddy.
The thing about gay dudes, and we've talked about this before, and this is a hockey show, but I just don't. like chicks are just so hot. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get a waiter, I'm like, fuck. Like I just wanted a waitress so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I just can't relate. Like, wouldn't if you're a gay dude, I guess they like waiters. But for me, it's like, dude, chicks just have a different energy.
Sometimes if you're gay, you've never experienced a chick.
Yeah, because you don't like chicks.
Well, yeah, but if you did experience it and maybe just tried it, you'd like it. It's kind of like sushi. Some people don't like sushi to start, man.
Yeah,
it's gross. And then you try that hamachi and you try the shrimp tempura roll, spicy tuna. How fucking good is it?
I want sushi tonight, dude.
How good is it?
Let's go to Hillstone, dude.
How good sushi?
It's good. And we have a racist comment coming in hot. This needs to be said, according to Blue Line 99. All right. It's 2025, and we have Anson Carter on the desk. Does this guy realize it's NBA All-Star Week? We have our first racist comment of the chat. I like that he said it needed to be said. That is the anonymous internet, folks. Just dudes saying racist stuff and getting away with it because it's the goddamn internet. We have another insensitive comment coming in hot. The softball chicks at my school are so big. Figures. They play a sport that's 95% hanging out, and it shows. I mean, MLB guys are fat too. We were just talking about this.
MLB guys are fat as hell, man. They don't even care what they put in their body because their heart rate never has to get over 100. That's the thing. Like you can be a Cy Young winning pitcher, and your body fat is 34%. Like that's pretty sick. Like I would never want to look like that personally, whether I played a professional sport or I was just a dipshit like this, sit on a couch. But good for those guys, man. They've really cornered the market.
Hockey show. Would you rather have the Hughes brothers, Q and J, so Quinn and Jack, or the Kachuk brothers on your NHL team? I'm just gonna keep mine short and simple here. Kachuk.
Maddie and Brady Kachuk.
Because of the playoffs, dude. I mean, you gotta think ahead. You gotta think playoffs. You got to think those two. Oh my God! Like that.
Yeah, I mean it's a better question, and it is a healthier debate than probably most would think. Just because Quinn Hughes, I mean, fuck, the guy's a Norris winning defenseman, and Jack Hughes is only getting better by the day. I would say Kachuk's right now, but ask me in 2 years, I'd probably be taking the Hughes.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a great question. That's why this is a hockey show.
This is a hockey show, and we break down things at an expert like level.
All right, back to more hockey talk. I was with the skunk and went south of the border, and it smelled like a coin dispenser. Didn't hesitate. Is that Ferda or nasty? I think coins don't smell that bad though.
Well, it depends where you got that penny. If you pick that thing up on the other side of I-29 outside of Sioux Falls, that thing might stink. It might smell like a chicken factory. But yeah, man, I would say the thing about a box is the pH levels. That's what it really comes down to, is they got to be balanced. Otherwise, I mean, that thing could smell like a inside of a coffin on a moonless night. It's always discouraging too when you run into a stinky box. Not that every dude's wrench smells the best or nuts, but it's like, fuck, you're just trying to do a service. You're going down there, and next thing you know, you got an N95 mask on and you're running for the hills.
Yeah, thank God dicks don't have pH levels. Because a lot of dudes would be fucking stinking up the building. There's a lot of dudes that smell out there.
There's a lot of dudes that wear underwear too more than one day in a row, and they just turn them inside out. It's like, dude.
Yeah, I don't.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, I don't do that.
There's a lot of gross dudes.
I also don't fuck with re-wearing socks either. Like
no,
that.
You can't.
Like even on vacation, you got to go buy new ones, dude. You need fresh socks.
Fuck it. Nothing better than a $40 pair of socks.
How many years do we give the Sabres management missing the playoffs before we storm the office? I mean, that ship sailed, man. Like literally the time is right now to be frustrated with them. They don't even have a leash anymore. There's no leash for that organization at all.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is it starts with their ownership. We've talked about it tons. That's going to stay the same for the foreseeable future. They're fucked. 3 ways to Tuesday.
Oh, so the guy that said that Anson Carter, does he know his NBA? That guy is Neeks, and he is African American or some sort of.
He's black on paper.
He's a black guy, so that's okay. Because black guys are allowed to say racist stuff about black guys, just like I'm allowed to say racist stuff about white guys.
Yeah, or Asian.
Everyone is talking about pussy in the chat. That is just
good.
That's a Monday night in February, baby.
That is a Monday night in February, and especially if you're somewhere cold where You didn't have a Valentine's date over the weekend? Man, that's several. I mean, we're all thinking about it.
Yeah. Somebody asked a question about a situation you had EVO night.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to steer clear of that question because this show is getting to the point where you say stuff and then it gets back to the wrong person. You kind of have to like be careful what you say now.
Yeah, you do.
It's like I've never really been the type of guy to be like, oh, dude, like, this weekend was sick. I fucked this chick. It's just like, that's not my style. But sometimes we say stuff because we're just in my living room and you realize that's going to get back to someone and it doesn't end up.
It's like the one episode they watch.
Yeah, it doesn't end up that great.
This is a hockey show.
But we appreciate the question, though. Hey, boys, just had a shower beer, and I listened to this on my JBL clip. That's so nailed. That's cool, man. We got dudes listening to the show in the office today. We got dudes listening to the show in the shower. Send us a pic, not the shower kid, but if you're watching in the office, if you're watching at home, if you tweet us a picture of where you're watching, if we're on the screen on YouTube, send it to us. We'll repost it, and it's cool to see for us.
Right.
Don't send us a picture if you're in the shower, though.
No, Gillette, best a man can get. I do not need to see you in the shower with your JBL speaker, but I do appreciate that you're thinking about us while you're naked in a shower. Anyways, this is a hockey show.
Is our black correspondent, is Tiggerty around right now? I don't know if our black correspondent is in the chat. He was in the chat earlier today. If you weren't here earlier, we are doing a do-rag episode next sometime in the next what? We have them, right? You have the do-rags?
I got to check, but they should be in here soon, yes.
What color are they?
Black.
So we're both going to be wearing black do-rags?
Yeah, classic. You got to go black.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, the real hood legends, they don't fuck with anything else.
He said, I'm here, N-word. Tiggerty. Is it Tegrity or Tiggerty? I'm going to settle this once and for all.
Might be Tangrady.
Tiggerty. Knowing he's black, I don't know if this is racist. It might be Tiggerty.
Too gritty.
He said he's doing some laundry. I like when people are like, yeah, I listen to the show while I do this. We want to find out. Where are you guys from?
I love when people are just like, yeah, I'm
Teg. It's not Tig.
Yeah, I'm doing laundry.
Tegrity.
Perfect. Folks, we're gonna go back to the hockey coverage over here at Hockey Night in Scottsdale, 1923. We're gonna take one more Bob Gucci's got.
No, I just want to tell this kid. He said, are you picking winners for the chin hats this pod or only the one earlier? It's for the podcast we did today. Comment your favorite body wash on that video, and then the winner will be announced on the next pod, which will probably be in a couple days. So no, not yet. All right, back to the game.
18:57 remaining here, folks. JT Miller almost finds Jack Hughes in the slot. Jack Hughes wins a battle in along the wall, sends it over back to Miller. Miller one touches it up to the point, and we are going to get a clear from the Swedish team. Noah Hannafin rounds the puck, grabs it in and around, snaps it up to Jake Gensel just over the blue line. Jake Gensel, a little bit of a area pass to Dylan Larkin. Dylan Larkin to Jack Hughes as they switch sides and not able to connect into the middle of the ice, and it goes down 180 feet. The U.S. line is Brock Nelson has a little bit of a slip play into Zach Rowinski. Oh my, Rowinski, how are you? He's absolutely dancing tonight. This guy is silky. I think he might win the fucking Norris, fella.
It sucks that he's on Columbus. I hate to say it, and I actually think Columbus isn't that bad of a city, but sometimes when really good guys are on teams that I don't watch, and I know it's my fault, it's like, man, I'm missing out. Like watching a guy like that.
Yeah, he's a silky little fucking player. Not even little, just like the year he's on an absolute heater. I mean, the guy, I think he has almost 60 points. Columbus, they're playing well, and then they got something to rally around, and rightfully so. And the late Johnny Gaudreau, just like this USA team, and that's one of the coolest things about this tournament is those guys haven't forgot that if Johnny Gaudreau was still with us, which he would be on this team. He'd be one of the marquee players on this team. So it's cool to see that they're not only honoring Johnny and Maddie, but the entire family with Guy being on the ice and around the boys. So hopefully on Thursday night they can get that done for Johnny Hockey.
Yep, nothing like the hockey community, dude. That's the one thing. Hockey has always had a good community, and we're going to have some rough stuff going on. 19 remaining as Kyle Connor and Dylan Larkin, the two Bash brothers from Michigan, are still getting involved. Chris Kreider and his goatee coming in late. Darlene's, does he always play with this much of a chip on his shoulder?
Yeah, for the last 2 years, he's gotten physical every year, and he's finally started to come into his own. I think he's realized that the league is not as tough, and he's a big boy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he was that big.
6'4", 230. How are you? As Matty Kachuk is in the booth right now, and we believe It is believed that is a adductor or growing issue with Matty Tkachuk, so it sounds like he's going to be able to play if he takes a couple Percocets before the Thursday night's game. And he's talking with Edzo and Kenny Albert. Kenny Albert, friend of the show over here, is Vincent Trocheck, steps in alongside New York Strangers teammate Chris Kreider and Jack Eichel. An interesting line we're playing this one right now, but again, the USA, the Americans, playing with 11 forwards tonight, so there's a little bit of mixing and matching, my friend. Jack Eichel sends the puck over to Brock Faber. Brock Faber not able to clear not only once, but twice, 3 times, my friend. Might be a fucking charm as Vinny Trocheck, a nice play to Kreider. Kreider plays it back to
Kreider's getting so much ice.
Jacob Slavin. Yeah, as he should. They're like, fuck, we'll play the shit out of this guy because we, if all goes well, he's not going to play on Thursday, barring injury. And obviously,
is Tkachuk back? Brady?
Yep. Yeah, they're playing 11 forwards, so. Jake Sanderson going back for a pill. He gets oh my God. Gustav Nyquist takes the legs right out underneath Sanderson. Well, that's Hanovan. My bad. Hanovan's wearing 15 and Sanderson's wearing 85.
Do you think that that looks offside. Do you think that hypothetically, if this was a game that meant something in terms of like winning, that there would be an issue between JT Miller and Elias Peterson?
I mean, I think the wires would have to cross, and I think they would have to see. The thing with Petey is like if JT Miller, like he's gonna have to catch him clean with a hit because if it's in front of the net or a scrum, Petey's not gonna do anything.
No,
you know what I mean. So it's gonna be like something where JT Miller goes out there and starts chin hunting, and he might do that if this game had higher stakes, but he's just like fuck. Let's just get out of here. I don't even care.
Yeah, we're gonna take some questions too during the game because this game's just not as important as the other games. This guy said pussy question, which is weird. We never talk about that. Best way to get rid of a skunk in the morning. We got everybody referring to women as skunks. I know the ladies probably don't like that too much, but what are you gonna do?
Well, the thing is when you're okay. So let me give it to you right now. If it's a first-time thing and it's going to be a one-night stand, and
wait, did I even read the question?
Yeah.
Oh,
how do you get rid of a skunk?
Yeah, in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So
without being an asshole.
So you should always play a road game if you can. You should go to her place if it's the first time, because then again, you're not gonna have to deal with that awkward stuff. You can call the Uber early in the morning. You can get out of there and over to Denny's on your own time. See, if you have her over and you're playing a home game, now it gets tricky. Now you don't know her tendencies. She might be a linger. She might want to go to breakfast. She might think you're going to do hot yoga with her later. All of a sudden, you agree to one of those things, Rob, and you're fucking in one. So I always say tread lightly, especially the first time. Get to know the person after that if it's something you want to do again or pursue. If it's a one-time thing and you guys both live in the same city, go play a road game. It's the smartest thing you could do.
Yeah, you're so right about the tendencies thing, and like, because chicks are emotional creatures sometimes, just like everybody is at some points. But sometimes it's like they do want to spend that morning with you. And it's like, dude, I've been holding in farts for the last 12 hours. Like, I physically can't go get the Eggs Benedict with you or I'm going to shit myself.
Yeah. And I'm having a lot bigger issues right now in my own head than I can deal with. And I don't want to admit that to you because I don't even know you. And I'm not sure if I'll ever see you again. So I think like, and if it's going to be a repeat offender and something you might pursue a little more, she's probably a cool chick. You probably enjoy her company, or maybe she's just fucking batshit crazy and really good in the sack and you want to just keep doing that. That is for you to decide. But I'm saying go on the road the first time, because then again, you can learn a little bit more and you can control your own destiny. You don't have to worry about some chick saying you do not want breakfast and she's wearing one of your jerseys like the girl in Happy Gilmore. It's just, go on the road, fella.
The worst is when a girl takes one of your hoodies or shirts and it's like one of your expensive ones and they do it on purpose. That's a red flag right there.
Yeah, I never let that
happen. Can't stand that. Like, I'll give you some shit, like if you really want a hoodie or whatever.
Right.
But if you intentionally go into my closet and you scope something out that's pricey, like that's like, dude, come on, man.
Right. And like one of the reasons why they do that is because they want to see you again. And you might not want to see them, but now that they have your $250 designer hoodie, you kind of have to text them back because you're not
write it off. Yeah,
you know what I mean. I guess you could write it off to the game.
To the game, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Chargers. Oh my pizza by Jack Eichel. That was filth. Like these guys are just not dialed in.
No, they're not dialed. It's kind of, I don't know if this is a good idea. I mean, this is what we do. We grind, but.
Well, I mean, this is a hockey show. We want to get people coverage you can't get anywhere else. We fucking put our chins on the line. We do this for the people and hang out with them. But yeah, I mean, it's one thing. Like, what if Canada would have won an OT and they only got 2 points, and in Sweden, if they would have win, you know what I mean? Like, you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
You don't know. Like, fuck. It is what it is, man. We're getting a look here at some different line combinations. Whatever. It's still hockey. It's the only game going on right now in any league. So
this guy said, get a hotel room and play a neutral site. Yeah, I mean, if you have the dough and you can have a little staycation and do a hotel, that's always a good move. You could always say you're going golfing with your buddies. You can make shit up. You could text one of your buddies and say, hey, call me. Or you could just be upfront and honest and be like, hey, look, I got shit to do today. You know?
But most chicks will get it. Like, and we're not trying to act like assholes over here too. And we're not the coolest fucking guys either. We're not, you know.
We're experts.
Okay? No,
everyone asks us about chicks, which is hilarious.
It's like, dude,
I'm trying to figure it out.
I mean, I'm trying to wonder why she's even going home with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, Jesus, what do you? I'm trying to push you away. I'm trying to give you every. What do you see in me? Because I'm not much.
When a girl goes home with me, like I don't like pull chicks from bars. I usually just meet it. Like, I don't know, whatever. My point is, when a girl is interested in me, I'm just like,
are you sure?
What's going on here?
Yeah. Anyways, this is a hockey show. What, folks, do you like this game? Like, are you watching with us? Send us a tweet or Insta to Hockey Night in Scottsdale or our personal accounts. Where are you watching the game and us? We always like to see your setup. Last year was hilarious. A guy had Pornhub and UJIS pulled up on 2 different tablets, and he had Hockey Night in Scottsdale, and he had the game on in the background. So that was a foreplay. No pun intended, like I've never seen before. So where are you watching from? I'm always, curious. Cities, states, planes, trains, automobiles. Are you?
Guys are tweeting. Like, this guy tweeted at us.
Yeah.
Guys are tweeting me. So I tweeted that, the internet's fucking retarded, but I just said I hate how USA has to play a meaningless game, blah, blah, blah. And all these like hardos are like, sounds like the start of an excuse. It's like, no, it's not. I don't care if they lose. I don't think they care if they lose. It's just it's just a fact. Like, it sucks that you have to play a meaningless game before a championship game.
I mean,
doesn't it? Doesn't that suck?
Yeah, I mean,
But why are people saying like, oh, that's just an excuse? They don't. Who cares if USA loses today? Like,
what do you mean? It's just an excuse, dude. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, dude, the game does not matter, man.
We got Barry Ontario checking in. We got
Brady Tkachuk will not return tonight, so he tried to come back. They're going to shut him down for the evening.
Hopefully he's not. He'll be fine, but yeah, that's concerning a little bit. We got Surprise Arizona in the building. We got Vancouver in the building. We got a guy watching the game from my mom's bedroom in the building.
Nothing wrong with that, especially when
it's a really nice room, actually.
On the other side of 30, and she's got a nice Vizio TV, somewhere between 38 and 42 inches. Folks, this game is a game of inches, and right now, Sweden up 2-1. The Americans less dialed in, but you know what?
Chattanooga in the building, by the way.
Shout out to Chattanooga. Shout out to Bristol. Hey, Chattanooga, have you ever drank the moonshine and gone to the night fight over at Bristol in Tennessee? About an hour and a hook, just northeast the Tennessee Hills. We got to get to Chattanooga and Bristol. The only night fight in NASCAR, Daytona 500 this past weekend. I was fucking jealous, man. Getting all those fucking snaps of Trump there. Kid Rock was there. All the beauties go to Daytona, man, especially the Hooters there. Shout out to the Hooters.
Last night in the hotel.
Oh, what a dish.
That was a sick dish. Last night in the hotel room, we were watching the rerun of the Daytona 500, knowing who won. We're still watching it. Question, if you're a third or fourth line plug, and guy, I just want to say for people in here, there's 131 people in here. Usually we do comment on the game, like we call the game and talk less about bullshit. But for a situation like this, we're going to go to the chat a little bit more. If you're a third or fourth line plug, would you feel comfortable telling McDavid to fucking shoot the puck more? Curious about the locker room dynamic with the best players. Switch has been in that situation, so I'll let him say his piece. But for me, you're definitely not going to tell McDavid to shoot the fucking puck.
Oh, my God, he's playing soccer.
When you're a bottom six guy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, to be Well, it depends. Are you a bottom 6 guy in the Oilers, or are you a bottom 6 guy
in this?
On this? Because that's totally different. If you're a bottom 6 guy on Team Canada, you're a top 6 guy on your respective hockey club. Now, listen, a guy on Edmonton, a bottom 6 guy, to say that would have to be a true veteran that was a top 6 guy before, Stanley Cup champion, legitimate player. Otherwise,
what
no.
The fuck?
Otherwise, no chance you're going to call out a star player like that. If you're Derek Ryan, you're not going to do anything. You can't. But say you're Corey Perry. Yeah, you've earned that right. You've been a 50-goal scorer. You've won the Rocket Richard. You've banged Bedard's mom. You do have that right. So it just depends who you are.
We got Louisiana in the building. Ontario, New Jersey.
We're in Louisiana. Shreveport?
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Bridgeport, Connecticut in the building. DC.
Shout out BC.
Chicago, DC. Chicago, Vancouver. Apparently, we do have a female in the chat. Oh, we do have a chick in the chat.
Ooh.
Everyone calm down.
Hide your boner, baby. Oh, my
Kyle Connor.
Oh, my God. Did he have Diddy oil on? Because he was slippery. As Migos would say, excuse me. Slippery. That was nasty, fella. Inside out like a double stuffed Oreo. Hey, how are ya? Sticky Headman.
Someone said wicked answer. Thanks, boys. This is a hockey show. I forget.
This is a hockey show. How about so again, I'm not going to say the source, but apparently McKinnon walked into the locker room, Team Canada. This is all allegedly, but it was from a legitimate source. He looked at all the jerseys in the room before the first game. He goes, fuck. Finally, no shitty players. Like, but those guys are just like, they're in a different league. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
like
pretty
those
crazy.
guys.
That's pretty crazy to say, though.
Yeah, but I've heard that from star players before too. It's like, you know, they're just like, this guy's just, he's horrible. It's like, well, dude, he's like a 20-goal scorer.
I mean, some guys are going from playing with like Pierre Engvall to playing with
that's what I
Jack
mean.
Hughes. Like, no, you're right. It's a completely different level of hockey.
And those guys, like, they can't fathom you could be in the NHL and not be at their level. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's crazy.
It is wild, the skill gap. I mean, Brock Nelson, I mean,
the
skill gap is insane.
93.1 and Bob Gucci. Folks, load up the chat.
No one giving us any credit for having better lighting this time either. Where the hell is our credit, folks? We went out of our way to get the lighting so it's not dim, so it didn't look like a goddamn sex dungeon in here. Hey, Daddy, can you give a quick speech on why you're grateful this night? Yeah, I'm just grateful to be breathing and wearing a chin hat in my living room, watching some puck. Why aren't I drinking? Well, I got back from Miami this morning. I had a 6 a.m. flight, and I am not a robot. I am a human being.
Doesn't even feel like that was this morning, does it?
No.
Oh, my God.
So weird. I'm so tired.
Got up at 6. You got up at like 4.
Hockey question. If you're starting a franchise, would you pick Felabrini or Bedard? You know what, man? It's so like hard to compare 19-year-olds, but gun to my head right now, Felabrini.
Yeah, it's not close right now, but dude, who knows? These guys are 19, man. They're in the National Hockey League. Think about what you guys are doing at 19. Sniffing fentanyl.
Doing Jaeger bomb. What was I doing at 19? I was billeting in North Reading, Massachusetts. Smoking. No, I wasn't smoking weed. I did my first Jaeger bomb after high school, which is crazy. People don't believe me when I say that.
I know.
After high school, I did my first Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger's disgusting.
It's so, dude.
We got a sponsorship. I'd say elsewise.
Jamie, edit that out just in case we get sponsorship by them. But
yeah.
Can we get a shout out to Jordan and I on our birthday? I don't know if you're talking about Swish here or another. Happy birthday, Jordan. That's from Chill Belichick.
Chill Belichick, by the way, congrats on the sex. And is he referring to Jordan, his girlfriend, or Jordan Schmaltz, or his buddy? Anyways, he's referring to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's birthday today. Jumpman.
Rob, have you ever tried fentanyl? Dude, fentanyl's insane. It's crazy how cocaine was so safe in the 80s, and now it's just not.
Yeah. Shout out to George Jung, by the way.
This is a good question. What worst arena you've ever played in? Any answer other than Hockeytown? Any answer other? Well, he meant to say other than Hockeytown, USA, and yeah, Hockey Night. I mean, Hockeytown, USA is a fucking shithole. That is the meth capital of hockey rinks. I'll say that.
Where's that?
That would be in Boston, Massachusetts, or it's in Mass.
I think I played there. Is it like
Dude, it's so much asbestos.
Is it like with the really low ceilings and they have like 2 rinks in it?
Yeah. And it's like near the highway, I
And
believe.
And the fucking like the waiting room is like the size of like this couch.
It's bad. Saugus also has a bad one, but really good ice over what's that one rink in Saugus? What's it called? Fuck.
No idea.
Yeah, you're too good to play there. But shitty players.
I definitely played at that Hockey Town rink though. We've done a showcase there before for sure.
The boards are concrete. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like low, like dim lighting in there.
Yes.
Shitty locker rooms for sure. I've played there. 100%.
What's that Saugus rink? Chat, help me out.
Folks, USA on a power play. Let's keep ripping the chat because not a ton going on right now as we're getting a live look here at the assembled unit of the Americans. Eichel, Kreider, Gensel, Zeki W, and little Jizzy Hughes.
God damn it. What's that fucking rink in Saugus? It's pissing me off. It's a literally, I know you won't know this, but it's a legitimate barn. I wish somebody, Kasabuski, let's go. What? They got rid of Kasabuski? This rink, dude, the Zamboni driver would just hit the biggest bong rip before he did the ice.
Love that. You got to feel the ice.
It was such a barn. It was so nasty. Got two. No, not two. I got my first.
God, Eichel massaging it. Jizzy Hughes.
I got my first pretty bad concussion in that rink. Actually.
Really?
Yeah, and I was throwing the hit too. I got hurt giving a hit. Ooh.
Jack Hughes is like very like he kind of like darts. You know what I mean? Like he's got some spunk to him. Like he's always jumping.
Yeah.
Like he's even in the way he stick handles, he's always just kind of jumping. Holy jumping, and what a screen there by Chris Kreider, the Cy Young candidate this year. And Jack Hughes to Jack Eichel. And you got to read that on the scouting report, my friend Harrison, who's playing tonight. It's a very quick chest. 7:36 remaining. This game is sponsored by Tylenol PM. If you're looking to wake up like you got hit by a truck, take 500 mgs of Tylenol PM. Your liver will thank you later. Adam Fox, quarterbacking the second unit here, and he sends up a little bit of a slip play into his teammate of JT Miller on the New York Rangers. Larkin joins him with Jake Sanderson getting a look here too, as we're going to be at full strength. Matthias Ekholm plays it into Gustav Nyquist. Gustav Nyquist not able to make a play, and Sanderson contains him to the outside wall as Adam Fox is stick lifted, but then stick lifts Nyquist back as Dylan Larkin, who scored the other night in Montreal, flips a puck into the neutral zone, and Matthias Ekholm not able to collect that. And the Fox will send it deep, and they'll go for a change. And Rasmus Andersson checking in, the Calgary defenseman, gets on his edges and sends a puck into the zone. Not a ton going on here, Rob, as we are
there's not.
making our way to the 6-minute marker. Let's go to the chat here.
What's any places you remember as fun spots from your time in St. Louis, not just bars, but restaurants?
Yeah, so Louis is a great spot, Bob. We went there together with Binner. That's where he ran into Hartman. That's a spot that anytime Drake is in town, BBL Drizzy, he rents it out. And he takes a bunch of fat chicks there, and they just muck a bunch of pizza, pasta, and that's a good spot. It's low lit. It's right on Demon, Louis on Demon. It's a great spot. I love the wine bar right next door called Sasha's. That's a good spot. The other spot we went to was Cafe Napoli. That's a great spot there too. So yeah, there's a bunch, man. There's a ton of spots. I also like Blue City Deli. That is a classic spot over there in Soulard. So yeah, a ton of good food spots in St. Louis. Just a good Midwest town, beer drinking, fried food, buffalo wings. It's awesome.
Yeah, I completely forgot when we went to that bar too. I like the music there. I'm faced with going to the SPHL, aka Stop Playing Hockey League. That's funny. I've never heard of that one before. Holy shit. Do I go, or is it fucking Chrysler Plant? Here I come.
Where are you gonna go?
It depends on your who you are. Me personally, bro, if it came down to hanging up the skates or playing in the SP, I'm hanging them up. It's not worth it for me just playing with a bunch of absolute criminals and getting hurt and making $40 a week and It's just that's something I wouldn't be able to do. Maybe I'm just a pussy, but I would just not be interested in playing in that league.
Ooh, that'd be tough. Yeah, it depends what city you're in, man. Like if you're like in Pensacola and you can be on the beach and just look at it like a vacation and you're kind of using it just as a gap year, maybe go do it and you love the game. But man, you got to keep your chin tucked in that league because you're gonna get hit in some spots around the ice that you've never been hit before. So I would say tread lightly with that league. The spatula league, as I would call it, because everything you have to make is on a spatula. You can't afford anything else. It's just eggs, grilled cheeses, and different things like that. So yeah, man, up to you. But just know I would tread lightly. Maybe give yourself a year in that league, and if you're not able to level up to the easy come, hard to leave, you might be packing your shit and just call her a career.
Yeah. Any chicks in the chat? Slop the Don wants to know. Because he wants a half chub. If you can get a half chub off the fact that there's a chick in the chat, I respect the hell out of that. Also, if you're not subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button. We have a new pod out. We just did it a couple hours ago. Subscribe, please.
Fella.
We have a guy asking about a girl shitting on his buddy. I'm going to skip that respectfully. I don't want to skip that out of any, out of being rude. I just ideally right now on a Monday night in February, don't want to talk about a chick shitting on your buddy.
The old hot Carl, the old Cleveland steamer. Come
Appreciate
here,
that,
baby. Though. Spread your butt cheeks and fly away. Nothing like pink eye on a Tuesday.
Gucci, SPHL guys would have you hanging by your jock strap 3 days in that locker room. Nah, they wouldn't. No one's going to, guys that get bullied in hockey locker rooms, you got to be such a pussy.
Guys that get bullied in anything,
just fucking stand up for yourself.
Stand up for yourself, and
stand up for your chin.
Sometimes that you might have to come to blows, but never let someone bully you, folks. And if you see anyone bullying anyone else in the walks of life, stick up for that guy too, unless he's a complete douchebag.
Yeah, I think this guy was just trying to say like that they would beat the shit out of me. And yeah, you're absolutely right. SPHL guys, I want nothing to do with those absolute freaks. Sometimes when I trip the SP, kids will DM me that play in the league and they're like, come on, man. Like fucking. And I was just like, I'm just keeping it honest, baby.
Yeah, we're keeping it nothing short of a buck over here. And shout out to the, what do you call it? The soon to be done. What do you call it?
He called it the stop
playing hockey league. I like that.
League. That is funny. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, I might steal that.
Swish fella, how do you get your chin so dialed on the Irish coffees? I need the recipe.
Man, I was in Montreal this past weekend, as we know, and the Irish coffee scene up there was unbelievable. Like every place had the whipped cream, every place had the rimmer with sugar. Didn't matter if we were at some shithole bar. So I just want to say shout out to the city of Montreal and all the Irish coffee makers there, because I had about 12 to 13 of them over the course of 3 days, and they're unreal. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm more heavy on the whiskey than the Baileys, but an elite Irish coffee always comes in a signature Irish coffee glass. It's about 8 to 12 fluid ounces. I like to put about 2 ounces of whiskey and 1 of Baileys, so it's roughly 2 shots, maybe 3. And the whipped cream, if you have it, is a game changer just because it dilutes it a little bit and it cools it off. Because I want that coffee steaming.
Looks good for Instagram too.
Yeah, and it's easier to wheel with that. So looks expensive.
What up, fellas? Coming to you live from the Mistake on the Lake. Gucci or the man Swisher and Nail Gun. Thank you for the compliments, dude. That's pretty cool to read one of those.
Mistake on the Lake, fella. Cleveland, Ohio. What a spot. Shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to, well, I don't even want to say her name, but
someone said are Jews good hockey players.
There's a few Jewish good hockey players. The Hughes are Jew. There should be an all Jewish team, by the way. They've made one before. Yeah, Jewish players. There's a lot of good ones, man. There's actually, it's like really trendy to be Jewish right now. So it's a good time to be a Jew if you're going to be one.
Yeah, even though Kanye West is trying to bring the Jews down.
Kanye West, no prenup. Tough fella. He's going to be forking over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he is.
He got no prenup with that chick?
No, but I think the way those things are structured, those contracts, it's like how long you've been dating him. So whatever he's made in that time frame, which is probably not much considering he hasn't done anything.
We're at 4 minutes remaining, by the way.
This is a hockey show. So shout out to Kanye. Looking for love again on the open market. Seems like a really normal dude. 350 remaining here is Victor Arvidsson gets a step. I believe that was Noah Hannafin. Sorry, Jake Sanderson. 85 and 15, looking a little similar on the left side tonight. As we get a look here at Sweden, 337. Matthias Ekholm sends it over to Anderson. And they're setting up their cycle play. Elias Pettersson Where have you been? I haven't noticed him once in
Neither
this
have
game.
I. I don't even know what number he's wearing.
How the fuck does that guy make 11 and a hook?
That's dude.
If he can make 11 and a hook, fuck. Everyone in this check can make $1 billion.
They should have a situation where guys can make a certain amount during the regular season, and then in playoffs they can make more. Like it's structured like playoff wise. They would hate that, and that's probably a really bad idea. But I feel like it would incentive guys to play a little harder.
Yeah, they'd be killing each other. There should be more bonuses too, like just cash bonuses for wins. Oh my dancing!
Well, that's what they're gonna have to do in the NBA because right now I didn't realize the NBA how bad of shape it was in. Like everyone was talking about it, but everything you read online is mostly garbage. So
it's the biggest rec league in the world, man.
Well, like Draymond Green went on the air and was like saying the league is in trouble,
dire straits,
which you got to respect.
Draymond Green,
they just tell it how it is
willing to do anything for a click, which I do respect again. But if you made 300 million, it's like, dude, why are you bashing the league?
I think it's weird that he felt comfortable bashing the league on the panel like that. Like, there's no way Adam Silver appreciated that. But that's the NBA. Guys,
Adam Quicksilver.
Guys do what they want to do.
Yeah, they do. What a league that is. Just run by the players. How funny and selfish is LeBron to hold out and say that he's not hurt until the day of the game so he didn't have to give up his spot for someone else to come in and play in the All-Star game so he could be in that team picture in his street clothes. Like, what a fucking moron that guy is. He's such a douchebag.
I saw the picture of him standing with the other NBA guys, and he was just in regular clothes. Like, either don't be in the picture or just put on the uniform for the thing.
But he's trying to make it about himself.
Yeah, I mean, I liked LeBron in the past because he's like just an amazing player and shit, and my buddies hate him, and I didn't really understand why. But as the years goes on, like I don't like the race baiting shit. Like, I'm not gonna get into that stuff. But a couple years ago in the pandemic, when they were like shutting down leagues and stuff, like I was like, dude, I'm not gonna get into it, but I think a lot of the stuff he says, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm a fan of this dude. I don't know the guy, but I definitely appreciate like a player like him though. Like grew up, no dad, no scandals, like greatest player of all time with MJ and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that he's never got caught cheating. So that's cool.
Yeah, never getting caught and never doing it. Two very different things here,
folks.
Two
very different things, folks. This is a hockey show, though, by the way.
Rob, do you think Jack Capiano is still crushing footlongs every day? Yeah, I don't know, man. I wish he was on the screen more. I just looking at that guy, it just makes me laugh. Like, he's just so goddamn fucking Italian.
Erik Karlsson is chewing on his snooze like Matty Tkachuk chews on his mouth guard. That was absolutely disgusting. He almost opened up that pouch. But speaking of opening up a pouch, well, USA not able to open up the middle of the ice really here on the Swedes, as they're doing a good job of kind of clogging things up like they did against the Canadians, their opening game, where they were able to get a point. Sweden up 2-1 right now, folks. Again, shots 21-17 in favor of the Americans, but not a ton going on in this game. Again, we appreciate you for staying with us over here at Hockey Night in Scottsdale, bringing you a day-night doubleheader you can't get anywhere else, live from the couch, Scottsdale, Arizona, via the Garden. JT Miller mixing it up. Fella.
All right, what do we got here? We got Canada, USA. God damn it, dude. I can't wait for that game.
That game's going to be nuts. And then look at, like, Saturday, Sid's got to go right into the skin back to Pittsburgh and play the Capitals. Oh, my God, dude. Those guys are going to be so burnt.
Yeah. If you guys could live anywhere that's not Scottsdale for free, where'd you live? Miami, Florida.
Yeah, Miami, New York, somewhere in there. I mean, it would just be so sick to be in the city. But maybe we will be, folks. Maybe we'll be somewhere else. In the foreseeable future, though, we will be here grinding it out. It's kind of funny saying grinding when you live in a place that's sunny every day.
Jay Swish in the booth and Heater on color. You guys would be in the creator game. We did that, man, with the Coyotes. We had a really good setup until it wasn't. But, yeah, maybe one day we'll call a game like that. We did before, but that's the end of the second. I don't think I've watched a second of this goddamn game.
Nope, I don't think I did either. The Discover Card intermission report's going to be coming up with Liam McHugh.
We're going to take this question, then we're going to go to a break, actually, because we did a podcast today. While we're on break, go over to our podcast. We did it today. Comment your favorite body wash on the video for a chance to win a free chin hat. We announce it every week. And someone just said, why did you start this show? It's a good question.
For the love of the fucking game.
Yeah, for the love of the game. I mean, it started out as an altcast, and then eventually just, I had some time free up. The stars kind of aligned for you in a way that we could do this together. I don't really know how to answer that. It just fucking started. All right, yo, we're gonna go to look at me going, yo. 150 fucking people in here. This is cool to see.
Yeah, let's get it over 200 at the break here, folks. Again, send it to your buddies, send it to your girls, send it to whoever you think would enjoy this altcast. Again, in the meantime, here, go check out Hockey Night in Scottsdale on YouTube. Go check out our latest pod. Go over to hockeynightscottsdale.shop. Check out our merch. We've got the chin hats on there, obviously. The ones we're wearing right now. I love the orange and the purple. It's hilarious because they stick out. They look great with anything. Actually, though, they're sick.
Jacob, we will answer that when we're back. All right, we'll be back for the third. Thank you to everyone. Get that chat fucking fired up.
Love you.
We'll be back
93.1.
in a little bit. Mics are hot. Mics are hot. We are back for the third period of the most important game of the tournament as Jack Eichel. I don't even know what the fuck that hit. Goes off the post or off the back, and then good win in the battle. Long pencil, Jake Gensel out in front to Eichel again, hits the side of the net, and that's recovered by some guy wearing a yellow jersey, and then up the middle, a good back check by somebody, and somebody fucking gets the puck over there. Packaboy over to McAvoy. Adam Fox, who owns a bagel shop in New York City, he gets the puck, dishes it out over to Gensel, and I'm gonna.
Does he own a bagel shop?
I think he actually does. That wasn't like a Jewish joke. I think he actually does.
It could be both.
Yeah. Chat, get that fucking chat buzzing. What's going on, baby?
Yeah, we're gutting it out for the people over here. Obviously, a back-to-back day-night doubleheader as Adam Fox is going to go to the box here. Fox to the box. Take your cocks and go for a walks because 2 minutes for cross-checking. You can't do that, folks. You can't do that anywhere as Jack Eichel leaned in and took it to the far post and almost stuffed that thing in, but not able to make that happen. And Lucas Raymond, it was 23 on 23, kind of skating into the wall. Foxy hit him in the danger zone. He flopped. And 23 for the U.S. is going to go to the box. Folks, load up the fucking chat.
Jacob said, who would you interview and what would you ask right now? I guess in general, let's just put it this way. Who would you, if you had to pick one person in the whole world to interview, who would it be?
Probably Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
It's my white buffalo, even though he's not white. It's just more of a
crack of the day.
Yeah, it's more of a figure of speech. You'd be a dark buffalo.
I don't know if it would be an interview, but I would love to sit down and chop it up with Theo Vaughn.
Yeah. Yeah, he would fit right on this couch. Just a little out there, a little
one of my
high.
One of my favorite Theo Vaughn things is he had Gretzky on the show, and Gretzky was talking about how ice is expensive, like hockey ice. And Theo Vaughn just randomly blurts out, yeah, man, in my town, ice was like 25 cents a bag, like referring to buying ice at the gas station. And Wayne Gretzky just had no fucking clue what he was talking about. He just kept talking. That's Theo Vaughn, though.
That is. He is somewhere between here and Neptune, and that's the utmost compliment. Do you see that Saturday Night Live 50 years or whatever? Is Saturday Night Live done now?
I don't know. I haven't. That shit's so far left. It's retarded.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched that in years.
But you mean like done? Like it's canceled by NBC?
Yeah. Like I don't know.
Not surprised.
I don't know. I mean, I could just be making shit up, but
that's fine. We're only on a stream with only a couple thousand people see this, so make up all the shit you want. What kind of tunes are we listening to in the gym, boys? I'm looking like a fucking R word, bobbing my head to Metallica.
Creed.
Today I was listening to OGZ and I was on my favorites playlist shuffle. I was listening to everything, dude. So I don't know.
I mean, it's tough to be Marshall when you're in the gym. You got Shady bumping.
Yeah.
Like, you put on Mockingbird or like Toy Soldiers, you want to kill somebody.
Toy Soldiers, insane hook. Makes you want to just fucking just throw shit around.
Yeah, and then Sing for the Moment too is unbelievable. It's obviously the remake of Aerosmith Dream On, but yeah, you listen to Shady, man, in the gym, you're gonna probably fight somebody or put up some serious PRs.
Gucci, listen to the pod earlier. Can you tell the Montreal McDonald's story? Yeah, it's just when I went to Montreal and we were in a McDonald's and we're all drunk. It's like towards the end of the night. And some kid spit on the floor near me because he was pissed. I don't even know what the fuck I did. I don't know if I accidentally cut him in line. I'm not a line cutter. I don't care. I let people go ahead of me. You know, I flew standby one time and the guy's wife was on the plane and he was on standby and I was on standby and I was ahead of him. And I said, go ahead. I'll get the next one. Like, I don't.
You're a good dude.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to say like I'm fucking God's gift to earth, but my point is like, the next flight out was in an hour. And I'm just like, I'm not a line cut guy, but for whatever reason, this Montreal kid got into it with me. And I can't say he spit on me, but it was like it was bizarre. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I could tell it again if you want. It's a sick story.
Montreal's a weird city too, because there's segregated areas where people speak English and people speak French. And then in between that, there's an influx of both. So there's like parts of town where they're not speaking French at all. And there's parts of town where you actually speak English. They might like hang you, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, where can I get a chin hat? That is right there. HockeyNightScottsdale.shop
Yeah,
for
go
the
check those
chin
out.
hat.
On the chin fella.
That's what I said. Are you ever going to get married?
Well, you know what? I'd
Yeah.
like to be set up financially before I make a decision like that.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Once I actually have because this kid was trolling earlier in the chat. This dumb idiot kept asking what I do for a living. I do this. And yeah, if I'm set up financially and shit and I can afford a divorce,
Yep.
I'll try it. I'll try it out, you know?
No, I mean, listen, you got to try, right? The first one's obviously just the trial and error marriage, too. So, like, you give yourself one, and then you get to two. And once you get to three, you're like, wow. And I've always said this, like, you find love during your fourth, they say. So, yeah, I mean, listen, it's always funny when some asshole online on a burner account is chirping you for being 30 odd years old and single when that guy's married to just a full on mutant and he's not happy. There's a reason why you're chirping me right now. Let's put it that way. I don't know.
Yeah. I just have a problem with the way marriages are set up. Like the contract is ridiculous. It's such a business. Like it should be like a hockey contract.
Yeah.
There should be opt-out clauses where you don't lose half your shit if there's kids involved. Contracts for marriage there should be way more creative options than what we have. And yes, we do ship the chin hats everywhere in the world.
There should be waivers. Like you should be able to claim someone and then take on their salary and their X amount of years. There should be two-way contracts. There should be bridge deals. There should be max deals. There should be everything, signing bonus front-loaded deals, no movement clauses, a 10-team no trade. Like there's just way more different ways, and especially in modern society, to get unique and have these things last. You know what I mean? Like
why can't you be married but have the money not involved? That's the thing. Like every marriage in my family like has gone to shit and everyone's divorced. And every single time it's like it's always like, oh, well, who gets this? Who gets that? It's so like transactional. It should just be like you can marry your chick. And I'm not saying that let's say you get divorced, right? Let's say I divorced my wife.
You're not going to fuck them over.
I'm not going to kick her to the curb, but I'm just saying no one should be trying to fuck each other over. You guys already fucked enough, like literally and figuratively. You already fucked enough.
It's a lot of fucking.
Just figure something out where like, because you know what happens though?
But then you get a lawyer involved.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
And they make you hate the other side even more.
Yep, the lawyer gets involved and the lawyer goes, no, you deserve this. You deserve that. And then it becomes a spite war.
Yep.
And whoever has the best lawyer, and guess what? Whoever has the more Jewish lawyer, they might win that divorce.
Well, the thing is, and they want to drag that out because they're getting paid $2,000 an hour. So the further they can drag this out, the further they can make this more of an ego rivalry. They win. They win not only right, like they win not only with their salary, but they win in the walk of life of they got you to hate this other person more than you really do, man.
Bro, the lawyers have the biggest, some of them out there have the most ulterior motives, and they'll take a divorce that could be wrapped up in like under 24 months and they'll stretch it out 7 years.
Yes.
Because of what you just said. That's
absolutely.
It's kind of fucked up. Holy shit.
Great hit by Eichel.
Eichel's just throwing the body with
knocked the guy's bucket off.
13-14 remaining for following along during this hockey show. But yeah, the divorce department, it's just so slimy, dude. You got the slimy lawyers. It's just like, dude, can they revolutionize marriage and make it a little bit easier? Because I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm down to get married. It's just
scares me a little.
It does scare you. It is scary, dude. One second you're married to a chick and everything's great. The next second, TikTok brainwashes her. Or you accidentally cheat on her at Twin Peaks, and then it's a fucking legal battle for the next decade. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hockey show, and Jack Eichel just knocked Leo Carlson's bucket off. I don't even know if Aoki Zibanejad's in the lineup tonight.
I completely forgot he was even playing.
I forgot he was on the team. But yeah, let's get back to what's really important. Bottom line, have a good lawyer. And you know what? I always said this. One way or the other, Rob, nothing's forever, man.
Nothing is forever.
You got to view everything like a run, and teams have it, relationships have it. Just enjoy what you got, because one day we'll all be gone.
Speaking of that, does Jack Hughes make the Olympic roster? I'm going to say absolutely yes.
Yep, he will be there. And every year he is getting better.
Hockey show. Oh, he's saying Hockey Night in Scottsdale t-shirts that say hockey show. Yeah, I'm sure we'll come up with some more merch like that. That would be funny. Just hockey show. Even though, you know what's funny? I feel like people originally were resisting the fact that we didn't talk about hockey, and now people like when we don't talk about hockey. I
think they love it. Yeah, that's the whole beauty of Hockey Night in Scottsdale. It's just a front. It's like a paint shop that the mob owns. You walk in the door. At first glance, yes, this just looks like another Sherwin-Williams. Then you go in the back, and it's a fully gutted out facility with guys playing Chinese poker with their guns at the table, doctoring up some sort of manslaughter.
Someone said, Rob, remember Mike Babcock forcing Tappan to call him his coach in the studio? I spent like months tweeting about this. This has got to be like 6-7 years ago. They were calling Mike Babcock coach every other word to the point where it's like he probably put it in his contract where everyone on the panel has to refer to him as coach.
Yeah, I'm coach.
It was weird.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that just never did anything in the game until he got to the point where he was, and he just completely ran on fumes from an ego.
Yeah.
And he's the type of guy, again, that
fucking weird.
would make his wife call him daddy in the bedroom.
I had a dream I was partying with Swish and Rob in New Orleans. We got hammered and you boys dropped me off in a bad neighborhood and left me for dead. No hard feelings. Well, sorry we did that, but it was
running down a dream.
Walking on a dream. You guys should have a law firm sponsor the show. That would be funny. This guy's name is Mike Honcho, CPA 25 years.
CPA 25 years. Mike, did you spread your butt cheeks for Playgirl magazine? Alrighty, back to the game a little bit here.
That prison fit on.
Oh, yeah.
You actually do.
I've been wearing this since yesterday.
That's unreal.
It's fantastic.
12:36 remaining in the third period of one of the most highly anticipated hockey games we've ever seen. Shot by Jizzy from the point, blocked by Mark Stahl. Who just got hurt like that? Just flamingoing around. Just get off the ice.
Nyquist, who is going for a one-legged toe dance. Not sure exactly why he just didn't come off the fucking ice, but nonetheless, Jake Sanderson makes an escape play, and he's able to clear the blue line, and Dylan Larkin brings down Jesper Bratt, and we're not going to have a penalty despite the Swedish fans, all 12 of them in the building, wanting something. As Rob would say, long pencil Gensel took a long pencil to the face, and that is going to be at least a 2-minute minor here, and the Americans will go to the power play. They are sponsored by CAT, which is a construction company. If you need something bulldozed, if you need something moved, if you need anything removed in terms of snow or anything, Jack Hughes hasn't had his best all term. I will say that. I'd like to see a little more, but you're always going to have players that underachieve. That's just the name of the game.
I had a big tweet about this, like a long tweet.
And I like him.
What's that?
I said, and I like him.
Hughes, yeah, I like him too.
What were you gonna say? You had a big.
I wrote out like CAT sponsoring helmets. Why does a bulldozing company need advertising dollars? Like, is anybody seeing that? And there's like, wait, I actually do need to do a big demolition project on a skyscraper,
right?
And I didn't think about it until I saw those CAT. Like that looks like money laundering to me.
It's kind of funny too, because CAT, theoretically, it's like you're putting on your hard hat and they have it on their helmet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe you could get construction guys all over North America just horny.
Yeah, that is true. Swish, can we get Mike Yo on the stream?
Yeah, I'll call Mike. I still have his number, I think. I have it saved under pussy. Yeah, I'll try to get Mike on. He's fuck it, why not? I'd talk to him. I don't give a shit.
Who are we gonna do that to? Remember we were gonna get someone on the show and then trash him? I forget. It was somebody that deserved it.
Was it Johnny Lazarus?
No.
I was fucking around.
Imagine we got Lazarus on the chat. Shout out to Johnny Lazarus, just doing great work over there for New York and the NHL. No, it was somebody who we actually didn't like.
We're just gonna get him on and just carve him.
Yeah, who was it?
Forget.
I don't even know if I want to say it if I remember it, but I can't remember. We were gonna our plan was to get him on, and the second he gets on and it's live, there's no editing.
Yes,
just interrogate him. I don't remember who it was.
I forget who it was.
Who do we have Who were we beefing with?
I don't know who it was.
No, it was somebody that would never expect it to, but they deserved it.
Do they think we like them? or is it
I
just
don't
random?
remember. I don't remember. No. It was warranted.
Okay. Yeah, I can't.
I
I don't even.
remember.
I have some names, but I'm not going to say.
Yeah, don't say it.
This is a hockey show,
Um,
professional hockey show, by the way. Well, we got a little 2-on-1 here, Miller.
Somebody's wondering how the chicks at Nodak were.
The land of soft sevens, man. It's the best, and they're cool.
Yeah, they are cool.
But when you get to be 30 years old and you're still at Joe Black's, it's a little bit of a different game.
No, it wasn't it wasn't Babcock. Thoughts on Ali Ray? Shout out Ali Ray. I always get Chinese drunk.
Shout out to Allie and her set, making its way to South Florida.
We already talked about this Bonnie Blue shit. I don't even like talking about that girl. It's so disgusting. It like freaks me out.
Yeah, it's a little weird over there with Bonnie.
You know, it's like a big topic, like that podcast bring up. I don't even.
9:20.
No hate. No hate. Do your thing.
My
But
Adrian Kempe with a chance Brock favor to Brock Nelson to Jizzy Hughes. Jizzy Hughes, little slip play into Nelson, back over to Jizzy. And he finds the chest of the Swedish goaltender Edison.
who the hell is this?
I don't even know where he plays. All right, let's go to the chat.
All right, we're going to the chat, even though we've been in the chat for an hour and a half straight. What's the key to getting Chinese drunk, aka chin drunk? Man, that's a tough question. Chinese drunk is just, I mean, there's no blueprint to it. It's just like you're so drunk that you're not even the same language. It's like that time where I got so drunk, I signed up for the military. Almost.
There goes my hero.
Fellas, a lot of guys talking about pussy tonight. Everyone's horny on a Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's maybe because it's Valentine's Day weekend and guys that like didn't get sawed off, like because dudes that had chicks, even if you're not getting along in the relationship, you're probably gonna whack on Valentine's Day.
It's your one night of the year that's probably confirmed. It's that and your birthday. She might not even whack you on your birthday as opposed to Valentine's Day.
That would be annoying, dude.
But you got her that $28 box of Godiva chocolate. So she's going to do anything. She's going to get a little freaky.
Swish, why do you hate Michigan players? Do you?
Michigan players?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, I think the University of Michigan's a little gay, but no, I don't. I got nothing against Michigan players.
What city has the best trim in the States? You're looking at a guy that just flew out of it this morning. Miami, it's not even close. It's not even like one of those things where you're just like, bro, the girls are so hot. It's beyond that. It's
bigger than sports.
It's bigger. Yeah. It's bigger than sports. It's Croatian chicks, Russian, Latin. It's just diverse. It's crazy, dude.
Diversity is an old wooden ship using the Civil War era.
Thoughts on pounding a girl in a Waymo while it drives you around? We were just talking about that. Someone was talking about that. I don't know if they have like sound sensors in there.
They're like cameras. I mean, you can honestly set up like singles cabs in those Waymos. You all get picked up. It's like an Uber pool, but for Waymo for single people. And you just go in and everyone whacks.
Or you could just not be a pussy and whack with an Uber driver and just be, hey, buddy, we're going to take care of business back here. I wouldn't do that, but
it's going to smell like some sex in here. And you're going to have to deal with it. I do have some cologne that I did bring. Tuscan leather, Tom Ford, smelling like a brick. You ever heard of it?
Shout out to Tom Ford. If either of you guys ever spent a night in the drunk tank, I have 2 offenses under my belt and probably should not travel back to the state of Indiana. Nope. Spent a night in jail, though. But no drunk tank. Who has the best style in the show? Honestly, dude, I like your brother's style. No Diddy, but
on the ice?
Yeah, I do. Tongues out. It's kind of like Willie. Tongues out. You got the candy cane going. I kind of like that style.
He's got good style. Chris Letang for defenseman has always had nasty style. Pasta, it's kind of like greasy, but it just fits the mold so well.
Pasta too with the tongues out.
Yeah,
right.
Like that's good style.
I kind of like. I used to not like it, but it's grown on. It's something. If you're good and you're kind of. I think the candy cane has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I mean,
you know, it was a random one. Who's that dude that was on Tampa Bay and he's really fat? Robinson. Is he on Columbus now?
Robinson?
Yeah, his last name's Robinson. He might be in the A.
Eric Robinson, that kid? Or Jackie?
No, I think it was Eric Robinson. I liked his style a lot.
8:41 remaining here, folks, in the third and final frame. And Sweden is leading 2-1. And you can just tell the energy is being conserved, being saved for the real matchup on Thursday night as JT Miller does a high cycle, finds a defenseman streaking down, and Zach Wawrinski would have been on net, but found himself a one-timer across the slot and got good wood on it. Is this high roll from JT Miller. JT Miller would have played it down the wall. And again, kind of funny. Fox was in and around lurking by the 4x6. I believe that was Brock Nelson that sent that pass, or Jake Gensel, sorry, right across from the slot to Zachy Wawrinski. I'd shut down the big boys right now. I wouldn't play some of the guys.
Yep.
And just kind of get out of this thing. And, you know, I mean, at this point, do you even really want bonus hockey? Like, fuck.
No. Yeah.
I think less is more.
Yep. Less is absolutely more.
Sweden's got to be like thinking like, why the fuck did we even do this?
They're probably more miserable. I mean, I don't think the United States is miserable. They're trying to get out of this. But if you're Sweden right now, it's like, dude, we don't even give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Finland too, like they would have won today. They would have had a chance. That's nice. But after that game ends and you're Sweden, how do you even get up from that pregame nap? I think I just sleep right through it. I think that's what probably Aoki did. Zibanejad. I don't is Zibanejad playing? I mean, I watched 3 minutes of this game, but is he playing? I don't think he is.
Rob, did you hear any of the gentlemen's clubs in Miami? 3 Cubans took me for $9K down there a few weeks ago. Well, thanks. I mean, congratulations for having 9,000 set on fire. But no, not really a strip club guy. Besides that one-off time where it's like, let's just go because it'll be funny. I just rather spend the dough on like fucking.
Oh, Faber,
not chicks,
with a pinball-like effort into the slot.
Chicks in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to pay for a lap dance when I could just try to get one for free. You catch my drift? Aoki is not playing a chord. Someone said Zibanejad is out. Torn motivator cuff. I've never heard that one either.
Oh, yeah. The old torn motivator cuff. It's classic. Zibanejad said, you know what? I'm going to go over to the West Village, find myself on the Lower East Side at a underground club, and I'll do a couple sets because this tournament is pretty much wrapped up, and we'll see you guys maybe next year. As Brock Faber collects the puck, makes an escape move right around Jesper Bratt, sets up behind his cage and sends it over to his partner, Noah Hanovan, who's going to join the play here, but that is intercepted. Dylan Larkin tried a backhand pass that Willie Stiles was able to break up as Rasmus Dahlin looks over his options, sends it into Stiles in the middle of the ice as he comes through the defense of the U.S., and that play is broken up but not turned over. And we are at 6:36 remaining. Folks, again, oh my God, give it to him.
Offside.
Offsides. Why did he not give that to him earlier? That was 3 feet offsides, by the way, and I hope and thank fuck that they didn't score, because if the play would have went on for 2 minutes, they review that shit, and then we got more hockey. So, again, we're not trying to be Debbie Downers here, folks, but again, let's get us to Thursday. Ladies' night, USA is going to play at the Garden versus the Canadians. Man, that game should be in Montreal.
Yeah, it should. And yeah, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Usually this stream and our pods are not this I guess you could say like chill. It's just the fact that this game is a dud, and we just did a pod right before this. So bear with us. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, we're just hanging out, a couple of dudes,
we're
enjoying some hockey on a Monday night after coming off a couple-day bender and grinding it out for the people. Not much energy in this one, but again, on Thursday night, we will have full tilt, full time, like energy. Brock Nelson not able to, well, capitalize on that chance as that was an in-and-out burger he threw on the blocker side. And let's go to the chat if they have anything for us. Again, we'll take a couple of questions.
Who's the funniest guy you've met in the NHL?
I don't know, because it's
kind of a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, and it's also like there's a lot of guys that are funny, but they're not going to be funny to anyone else unless they really know them.
Yeah.
So that's a skill in itself.
I'm trying to think.
Like really funny guys.
I don't even want to say. That's the thing, because it's like I know I have a guy in my head. He's on New Jersey.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Let's see.
Past, present players. I mean, I don't know.
Bennett by far.
Tiki.
It's not even close.
Dachshund Tiki.
That kid is. Why is Tiki not in the chat tonight? Fake friend.
Matt Green is probably the funniest guy I've met, but again, he's one of those guys that's not going to be funny to the general public. You're never going to see him doing any interview. Every time I've asked him to come on a show, he says, "Thank you, Swish," but no chance. So, I mean, there's a lot of guys, man. Like, there's just so many characters in their own right. But I would say, like, legitimate humor, and that could, if he wanted to put that out there in a content world, he's the one guy I would say that's just, he's hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good one. Fuck. I'm trying to think of someone. Funniest guy in the show,
The National Hockey League.
like right now.
Right
I
now.
don't really know.
Funniest guy. I mean, Christian Fisher's an absolute clown.
Yeah, Christian Fisher's funny. That's a
He's
good
funny.
one.
He's like, doesn't even know he's being funny, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fish, by the way. He would be a great guest on Hockey Night in Scottsdale.
We have a chick in the chat alert.
Ooh.
Samantha Garcia checking in.
Oh, my God. Garcia. Jesus.
Our official Latina chick in the chat.
God damn, Garcia.
There's no way that's a real chick. Not with
Probably
that
not.
profile picture.
No.
Is that a real chick in the chat? That'd be crazy. Our first Latina correspondent checking in. Guy comments, chick in the chat in caps lock.
Everyone's fired up on a Monday, folks. Everyone's just trying to get laid. What can you do? You can't blame them. Speaking of blame, no blame for the USA tonight, folks. Yes, it has been a little bit of a sleeper. Yes, that's kind of where we're at. But we appreciate you, as always, for tuning in with Hockey Night in Scottsdale. Please, after we're done with this, go over to our pod we did today. Go comment your favorite soap on that No Diddy. Give yourself a chance to win a chin hat. Again, we went live earlier. We are doing the game right now for you. 5:22 remaining. Again, thank you for tuning in. And as always, go over to hockeynightinscottsdale.shop. Get yourself a chin hat. Get yourself a patch hat, Hockey Night in Scottsdale, or a hoodie. All of that is on there, and it is really good quality. I'm not just saying that. I do believe it. So go check it out. And again, 5 minutes left here in the final frame as Jake Ottinger plays that puck over to Brock Faber, who's going to set up behind his own net for a set breakout as Jack Eichel gets the Pistons going, and then Faber surveys his options, and he doesn't really have a ton as Sweden is sitting very far back, just trying to get out of this tournament with maybe one win so their country won't deport them.
Got two questions for you. We already answered this in an earlier pod, but what does the rainbow open sign at the local masseuse insinuate? Well, that's a rub and tug.
That would be a tugger.
And then the next one is someone said the chat's kind of buzzing. Yeah, chat's been consistently good for weeks and weeks now. It's been pretty sick.
I just hope that someone gets married in our chat someday. Could be two dudes, could be two chicks. Maybe it's just an old-fashioned guy on girl, but
Swish, do we get live in 5 this week?
Do we get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it on Thursday, baby.
We got live in 5 coming out this week. That's Swish's pod. We got Rob Gucci show coming out pretty much every Wednesday. That's my pod. Patreon.com/Rob's Gucci show for an extra episode of my honky ass if you're not sick of me yet. Somebody said I'm a pussy for not throwing that sandwich on the ice. I remember that. You're right. I wish I did that. That'd be so fucking funny. Throwing a full. Holy shit. We have a chick in the chat that's speaking.
Damn, baby.
Gua nunca antes había. Hopefully, I'm not saying anything bad. Había estado rodeo de dado de buca de pepo de tapa me encanta. I don't know what any of that shit means.
Well, good for her. Speaking of language of love, we're all looking for love here, folks. Sweden looking for a little love, and they very well might get it tonight. If Sweden wins, they should just go get shit-faced like they won.
Yes.
Like, why not? Oh, my God. Philip Forsberg just tried the old Michigan reverse 69 with his twig, but he was not able to put that on his lumber and get it up with a little bit of Cialis on it. How are you as Victor Hedman flips that puck in? Victor Hedman's a guy that maybe has lost a step. I hate to say it.
Really?
Yeah, he's been not great all tournament. Been watching him. Don't love his game.
To win the chin hat, you got to comment on our podcast from today, not this stream. Guy Esposito.
3:10 remaining. I wonder if the Americans will probably pull their goalie, as you have no other choice but to try to win an ice hockey game.
Yeah, I do get my subs Mike's way.
This is actually good for USA to lose this game because then it gives them more incentive Not that they need it anymore, but going into, you lose and you try to respond, right? It's only natural. So that going into Thursday, I think this will help them. You go in fat and happy. Sometimes, you know what? You're not as hungry. They lose this game or whatever happens. Fuck it. Let's Gensel Tux right here.
Gucci, can I expect some life advice on this week Rob Gucci show? I fucking need it. I don't know. Sometimes when I do those, I don't really know what I'm going to talk about. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get into shit like that. I'm not sure. What do you need though? Like, what's going on, Mark? Let me know. Not a licensed doctor though. Rob Gucci show X live in 5 would be fucking awesome. You're pretty much looking at it.
Yep. We do 3 shows a week. It's pretty much what you're looking at, my friend. But yeah, we could dial something in here soon if the people need it.
What did you eat? What was your first meal after your 3-day water fast?
Chicken noodle soup and an acai bowl.
That's it?
Yeah, you gotta let it breathe a little bit. And then I went with a steak with no sides like 3 hours later.
Okay, I like that.
But yeah, first meal, like you're not even really hungry, man. Like you gotta like reintroduce yourself to food.
Really, after day 3?
Yeah,
I've only made it to 42
it's like
hours.
It's like no nut November, you know? Like you gotta reintroduce yourself to coming.
To your nut.
Yeah, you can't just like tug or get laid 6 times. Like ease into it, man. Maybe get just a little touch or
steak with no sides is so nice. Sometimes I used to make steak a lot, but my fucking oven's broken, which sucks. Like
you can make it on the stovetop.
Just stovetop, just sear it and leave it there.
Yeah. You like a copper iron skillet. You do probably 4 a side. Put some butter in there.
That's
great.
it.
Yeah.
Usually I sear it to a side oven for like 8 minutes, and then
that's a good tactic too. But you could, if you got like a skillet, like a nice one.
Yeah,
cast iron.
I have a nice skillet.
Yeah, you could just go there. Probably 5 a side, maybe 6, depending on how hot the flame is.
Dream guest on Hockey Night in Scottsdale.
Yeah, we kind of answered.
We answered that earlier. Yeah, probably for me. I would love to have like Theo Vaughn on. If they tie it up, dude, I don't know if we're doing overtime.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know. 121 remaining here, folks. 122 if you're following along. 2-1 right now. Obviously, Sweden is in the lead, and the Americans have the goalie pulled, and they're going to do their best to get this thing to bonus hockey. As TNT is bringing you coverage, but who's really bringing you coverage of the game is Hockey Night in Scottsdale. Coverage you can't get anywhere else. Again, please subscribe to all of our shit on YouTube. Go check that out. As David Quinn is always going to be.
Yeah, Mark, let me know what's going on. Your life falling apart. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, my friend. You know, it could always be worse. Sometimes, like when I'm on, like, I don't want to say, like, how do I explain this? When I'm like late, like really tired in my bed and I can't sleep, it's like one of those nights I just start researching shit. If you see what's going on in like the Middle East and some shit, you know, most of the world, I know you know this, but most of the world lives in horrible conditions. So your problems, they're problems. Don't get me wrong, but they're really not that fucking big.
I mean, most and all of us, we don't choose where we get born or how we got to this point of our family tree of who had to whack who had to whack this to really be alive is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
And if you're healthy and you have all your limbs, like theoretically, man, you can make anything happen.
That's a huge win if you have all your limbs.
And you have your brain and you're healthy, like fuck, man. Should be no excuses. Like we all have our days, but fuck.
Yeah,
you're so ahead of the curve of a lot of the world, if not most of it, if you even have that.
Yeah.
And you're in this country. Like think about being in a different country where you do some shit. You might
be in North Korea, man.
Yeah, like you're a prisoner of war. Oh my god, that was cocky. I liked it.
Imagine being in North Korea where everything's censored. You have no idea what the outside world is like. You literally have no fucking idea.
It's all propaganda.
Everything's propaganda. You have no freedoms. Like that's people live like that. And what about those people in China that
I was gonna say
stacked up, and people's houses are like they're like coffins, and they're just laying in it. It's like horrible conditions.
It's so fucked. It doesn't even make sense. So yeah, I think like if you're here, man, and you're 10 toes down, it ain't so bad, fella. You know,
Yeah.
I know that chick might have dumped you. Fuck, it stings. Maybe something happened at work. Maybe you didn't come up through the best upbringing. Fuck. You can make it happen, baby.
You know what's so funny? The guy that asked for advice is now in the chat talking to the girl saying, "Can you lick my taint?" He's not even listening to us.
Well, that's perfect. See, we did want to have someone find love in the chat, so good on them. Is Brad gonna go for this again? Is he gonna? Oh my god, that was sick.
Just end the fucking game. All right, guys, we're gonna close this out right now because it's 8:40 at night and I'm about to fall asleep. I've been up since 5.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up again. Thank you for tuning in. Go over to our YouTube, like, subscribe, as well as watch our latest pod we did earlier today. We've given you about 5 hours of content today, maybe more. So thank you for tuning in. We'll be back Wednesday and again Thursday for the game. We'll do. Love you, miss you. Again, share this to everyone you know so we can get this up to 50,000 views by tomorrow. Realistic.
Yeah, and then someone said the schedule. We're going to go live on Wednesday for a pod and then Thursday night for the game. And we're going to do our best to be live Monday and Thursdays and a little bit more. And Brian says, thanks, guys. No, thank you guys for joining. Chat has been awesome for weeks in a row now. You guys are the best. We're going to be out. This fucking game is over. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Love y'all. Good night.